Boop, boop. Hello?
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hello,
We're
for the
here
first time.
for the first time.
Yep.
I'm
No
gonna
one's
have
seen me
to
today.
cut that out of the VOD. If you watch
No, we're
this
just
on
going to have to keep
YouTube.
referencing it throughout the whole thing so you can't cut it out.
I almost did something really incriminating as well. I'm glad I didn't.
Oh my god.
Safe for Twitch.
Hi, everyone. Since last episode, we had just a mega recap of just tons of lore, and it was a bit much, especially for poor old Jack, whose character joined us 1 year after we'd started, so had missed a bunch of some of the early lore shit. And I asked the players to come up with a bit of a recap so that you guys could do it without me. This is way more in my face than it usually is. Without me accidentally giving you a bunch of lore that I didn't realize that I had or hadn't given to you, whatever. And in response, we had a wonderful bunch of lore dumped in our private chat, and Jenny made a PowerPoint presentation. A PowerPoint presentation that sums everything up really nicely and is DM vetted. So we know that it's accurate.
I should put that in the
big
corner.
tick.
Yeah.
That has lots of nice stuff in it that we could do a little bit of recap so that we're all on the same page. Hi, everybody in chat, by the way. Hope you're all right.
If it's any consolation, whilst I was making this hot chocolate with mini marshmallows in, I dropped multiple on the ground and was driving myself insane because they kept just falling out of my hands somehow. And then I almost knocked the entire mug off the countertop, and I had to take a moment to breathe and be like, everything's okay. Don't go ape shit.
Clearly you didn't want to be consumed. You're doing it anyways.
Well,
The
Listen,
circle of life.
yeah, the hunter gets
And
the
you
prize.
all complained about me killing those vegetables in the giant
These marshmallows are not sentient.
Well, that we know of.
They didn't scream in
that we know
pain. And knowing is half the battle. You know?
Now, so that was cool. But we got this little PowerPoint ready. Was there a command with it?
Yeah, it's exclamation point lore.
Love that. So you can feel free to browse that. At the same time, maybe we could do we want to go through it a little bit?
Yeah. Do you want me to say everything, or do you want to do it? Or we could take one each. If you want.
Sure, let's take one each. Yeah, why not? Well, you want to go through all 5 of us, or just me and you?
Or as all 5 of us.
Okay, all 5 of us.
I'll do this one. Housebound Adventuring lore. Too
That's
long.
not a real one.
You know what's
watch.
hilarious?
That's not a real one.
I was gonna suggest that Jenny do the first one.
Ah,
So
yeah.
I'm fine with this.
Okay, shall I do the
excellent.
next one? Then we'll do Docs, Jack, Katie, and then start from the top.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, the main story.
Mhm.
The memory of Caspian Kinshire is being erased. It's fucking lots of shit up. Caspian was an adventurer in Cormyr for a long time. He even had his own big-ass statue. Therefore, you know it was. Before he started adventuring, Randall got a magic letter that implied that Caspian was dead. Randall was going to inherit all of his shit. So now Randall is in charge of Caspian's mansion, which was worse for wear until we did it up a bit. We've tried to color code the names and stuff.
Yeah. That was Tom's idea. Good job, Tom.
It's a good idea.
Okay.
I don't know when it's changed. Oh, it's changed.
Yeah.
So the main thrust of the story thus far is anything attached to Caspian or his memory is being deleted, erased from history. This has included NPCs that we've met at the start of the campaign, like Atticus, Rip, who is Caspian's butler. They're just being removed from the world and people's memories so that no one even remembers that they existed at all, but not ours for some reason. Whenever we find inky purple shadow magic or crystal shards, it's most likely to do with this. They have...
Oh, everyone's froze. Oh no, everyone's froze. Panic, everyone's froze.
Everyone's froze.
Okay, you're back.
Hello?
Okay, we're back.
All right, so that wasn't just me. Okay, all right. Thanks.
That
I was
was
like,
everyone,
not
right?
again. But then, okay.
Jesus.
Okay,
That was tense.
I don't know where I got to.
You
There's
just
some purple shadowy
times.
stuff.
yeah.
There's purple shadowy stuff. it sometimes erases people's memories. It sometimes holds ghostly images of the past. And most of the time it's linked with Caspian or some memory of some sort.
Yes.
Love it. On to
Did we
hide.
decide who was
Next slide, please.
Oh, it's up.
Where we've been. We started adventuring in Nesmith, in Cormay, and we've been all over the place. From Walloon to Weymouth. Wow, very creatively named places. We picked up a bounty for a dragon, and we got a little bit trapped in the Feywild for a year. Don't have to remind me about that. Now back, there is an inky dragon instead wreaking havoc. That's what we're currently trying to solve.
Yes. Next is up.
I just have to wait for the delay. Oh, there we go. Why did we go to the Feywild for a year? Well, let me tell you, we were tricked. On our way to hunt the dragon terrorizing the king's forest, we met a fairy dragon named Sirshifer. She told us the dragon might be Adranolith, her good-natured ex-lover. We told Sirshifer we were looking for hints about Caspian. Turns out Adranolith used to date Caspian. Yeah, and Sirshifer was pretty jealous. So she took it out on us and sent us to the fucking Feywild for a year for revenge. Which, again, Haiku is very upset about. And I think, honestly, Jack is also very upset about. Sirshifer is still at large. We took her in when we got back.
As our revenge. Thank you. Tom, you can go.
Oh, okay. Where is Adranolith now? Since we got back from the Feywild, we got distracted for a sec, but now we're back. Focused on the dragon, seeing as there have been some developments. We know that the dragon we were originally hunting, Adranolith, we assume, was killed, and that there is a new dragon in town. This new dragon is inky and 1,000% more scary. It's been a whole year in material plane time whilst you guys have been away. Returned dragon situation has worsened.
And we missed that one birthday party. It was very sad.
Yeah.
I should have put that in there. It's a main lore plot point for Oro, at least. Okay, Randall's book. A while back, Randall attuned to a magic tome. That book has given him a level in a warlock and access to all sorts of secrets, so it's probably totally fine and safe. We shouldn't worry about it. But we strongly suspect that book is also related to Shah. Totally shouldn't worry about it. We know from a previous encounter in the Feywild that Caspian stopped an archfey of the Moon Court using the same grimoire from killing and supplanting Selûne as the goddess of the moon. Shah is the goddess of secrets and loss, so it makes sense if she is erasing the memories of him. She is also Selûne's sister and nemesis, just as a note. A plot point. Next. Whoever wants to do that.
Is that me? Is it
Sure.
me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got one of our important characters, part of this story, Thistle, came up last week. Has been there since very early on. We met Thistle, a fey creature who was described as beautiful and I think covered in flowers and possibly leaves and both, maybe. Fey creature, very mysterious, has sent us on random quests like, hey, go to this place. You'll know what you're looking for. Where we found a bunch of tiny goblins and a shard. She's popped up many times. We've learned that she's connected to the family tree somehow. Seems to be the daughter of Adranolith and Caspian, potentially, question mark. But she doesn't remember, and there's also seems to be some link to Nurali, potentially, or at least Nurali's origin
story, yeah.
origin story. She's generally been helpful, but she also lost her memory because she kept a stupid inky shard from some point in her pocket like a dum-dum. But thankfully we were able to work that out and remove it so she wouldn't continue to look bad, even though she said she wasn't sick. But she definitely was, and everyone could tell.
100%. Okay. You want to do
100%
this one? Turns out.
This is Jack, I think, right? Yeah.
Turns out, we learned from Sirshifer that Thistle is the daughter of Adranolith. Wow. So now we suspect that her father is Caspian.
Dun dun dun.
And this is where it gets a little bit complicated. So let's have a look at the family tree.
This is where we put the EastEnders like outro music on.
So, possible family tree. We've got Randall's mom, and Randall, and maybe because of some memories and stuff, maybe Randall's dad isn't actually his dad, and Uncle Caspian's actually Daddy Caspian or Father Caspian, depending upon your preferences. And then there's like Adrenalith and Caspian and Thistle over there somewhere. And this isn't in there, but I personally am starting to suspect that there's like Caspian and Seraphina and then Nerly and maybe Garriott. Who knows? But that's not in the PowerPoint because that's not DM approved. That's just supposition at this point. Mr. Father Kinshire, please.
Was it me next? Am I doing the next one?
Yeah.
Okay. Why do we now think Caspian is Randall's dad and not his uncle? So originally, we had that letter come through saying, Randall, you've inherited all this shit from your uncle that you didn't know about. But now we're starting to think maybe actually it was his papa. Mostly because Randall went back to visit his parents, had a moment where he kind of saw his reflection and the reflection of his papa, his supposed dad, the person who raised him, only to realize that maybe there wasn't that much in common after all. So he started. There are some questions there about whether or not those are his real parents. But he's not brought this up to his parents and asked them, which would be a pretty easy, straightforward way of figuring that out.
It's too late now.
Yep.
In theory, but how do you walk up to your father and be like,
so
I think you're my dad. I think Uncle Caspian was my dad. What happened? You know, it's like a big conversation.
And they go, who's Uncle Caspian?
Yeah.
Oh shit, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Oh no.
Good point.
My sound alert didn't work, by the way.
Same.
I forgot to
mine
open
did.
the link.
I heard it loud and clear.
Oh dear. Okay.
Are you my real dad? Yeah.
Do you want to read yours, Katie?
Yeah, I read mine.
Okay.
Nerly, player character. We recently learned that Thistle found a baby in a pool of moonlight, as I mentioned earlier, many, many years ago, roughly like 19 or 20, maybe 21 years ago at this point. But she's forgotten most of the details, she being Thistle, because Nerly obviously doesn't remember anything from being a baby. She told us that she took the baby to a community in the mountains that were like family and thought they'd look after the baby well. Nerly grew up in a religious cult in those mountains, and to put it bluntly, her mother is an angel, kind of Selune. Selune. I always say that name wrong. Apparently, a lot of people say Saloon too, which I think sounds silly. And I think that's but we're gonna go with Selune because that's the pronunciation, I guess. So we assume that the baby was Nerly. We also know that the community was not the best, and that Nerly's on the run from them and has changed her name, etc., to get away from them. And it was revealed that her name is at least to some degree, Rue at some point. I don't know if her full name was revealed, but that was something that was learned. From the party, generally as a party, Nerly's backstory has been hidden away from us. We've been given pieces over the years.
Yeah, I didn't know whether to put your like the real name in there or not, so I just kind of left that.
Yeah, I can't remember if we gave the full. I mean, like she doesn't have a last name, but like
remember, I'm not playing a bard.
Don't play about this time.
Yeah, I also didn't hear that again.
Oh no!
Next campaign, maybe. I'm kidding. I don't think I can put Tom through my parts
again. Okay. Someone else want to read this, and I'll reset the sound alerts thing to see if that will help it.
All right, we're out of order. I'll do Garius. Important character: Garius Sariel. Garius Sariel is a hot, sexy purple dragon knight. He's been collecting the inky purple artifacts and studying them. One of which, a big spooky sword, we have given him. We like this guy. Him and Nerly had a chat one day, away from the rest of the party, and it turns out that Garius is Nerly's brother. They are both Aasimar with the same angelic mum. The rest of the party don't know that, as she promised she wouldn't tell anyone. Nerly is a good secret keeper most of the time.
I mean, you know. When we are seeking information, it behooves us to let slip just enough to get the information we need.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, if
Do you
anyone
want to have
To read the
Haiku,
last
read the
one.
haiku.
If Star Wars
Oh,
energy
yeah.
there. No.
There is
No.
big Star Wars energy. I had this plan for a really long time, so when you were getting all horny over Gary Serial, I was like, this is going to get awkward.
In my defense, Nerly was not that hard up for him. She
No.
was more not more interested in, but was more immediately impressed by what's his face with the flowing hair and the Russian accent, who sold the fake good
Oh,
water because he
yeah.
was so pretty.
Yeah.
Oh
Forgotten his
yeah.
name. That was a long time ago.
Oh, the fake water.
It's in my notes.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Jack, do you want to do the side story haiku bit?
Yeah, haiku. A player character, and they're trying to find an artifact for people, except no one actually knows what they're looking for, or at least remembers what they're looking for. But yeah, literally, like after a certain age, all of their family leaves. Ahoy hoy, goes looking for it. Haiku's gotten very close to death for more information about the artifact, and it generally just gets close to death on the regular. We have found Haiku's cousin,
Just for fun.
Jasmus, in the Feywild, and Haiku made them some kind of battle wheelchair, and then she's now moved to Nesmith, at least for the time being.
Yes.
Percival Kaitis. That's the name of the guy who's selling the fake good water.
Ah.
I did put that name in my notes. I
I'm just gonna test the sound alerts real fast before I read that.
Okay.
Give it a little squeeze.
Lube themselves up.
Oh.
Give it a squeeze.
Did you not get it either, Docs?
If Jack didn't say it, then I did.
Yes, yes, Jack didn't say it.
I wasn't looking to see if Jack was actually talking.
I
Jack
didn't get it again.
Lube himself up.
I got it.
But you didn't, Jack? Or you did?
Nope. I've got it open in 3 browsers.
Maybe that's the issue. I
Yeah,
don't know.
maybe why? Maybe just have it open in Chrome.
Just Edge. I bet that's the one that works.
I'll read mine.
Opening Chrome.
Okay. Quick, I'll just do a.
Yeah, I'm solid. Feel me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Solid.
Mm-hmm.
No? Okay. Well.
Just Jack.
Don't know what to do about that. Okay. Oro's playable character, adoptive mother Hilda, played a game with her partner where they pulled from the deck of many things. Don't ever do that. It's good life advice. The card he pulled was the Void, which meant he disappeared. The party had previously found an amulet with him stuck in there. Oro recently had a dream of Hilda doing all the divination tools and saying something like, "I think now's the time to get you out of there," to her picture of her partner. And Oro has recently sent a bird with a sending stone to her mother to get in contact with her.
I love that idea of just also worthwhile. Maybe we should have mentioned this as well. Is that Hilda, being your adopted mother, she found Oro in the first place because she pulled a card from the deck of many things.
Mm-hmm.
I'd forgotten that. What card was it?
It was a visor, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Vizier.
Vizier or something. Yeah.
Vizier.
Yeah.
Ew.
So there's some good things come out of the deck of many things.
But don't do it.
But also don't do it. Which again, I don't know if you guys are aware, but I think the Wizards of the Coast guys have a book coming out soon where they are revamping the deck of many things and making it like 60 cards or something. Just of a very powerful magic item that fucks most campaigns. So
we should. I think we should all just pull a card from it, just for the fun.
I mean, if I get a chance to go through the cards and pull out the ones that will potentially ruin the entire campaign that I've been working diligently on for several years, then yeah, okay.
Because there's literally a card that like ends the whole universe, isn't there? Like,
there's one that puts you in a dungeon and shit like that, like a void. That's what the void card was, kind of shit.
There's one that sends you like immediately to another plane, right?
Yeah.
I can't remember. It's been a while since I've looked at them, to be honest.
Sends you like straight to the astral plane or something.
There are only like 20 something odd cards at the moment. They're making it into 66, something like that. 60 cards.
They've got to make
Maybe they'll
like
put a bunch of mild ones. In
yeah,
there.
that's what I'm gonna say. That's what I'm saying.
That's
All
what-
of them
yeah,
must be
they're gonna-
mild, and then like
they
there's
must be.
3 really bad ones now, and that's it. And you're like, okay, now it's worth doing it.
They probably
probability's
have to
lower.
they've got to make it more palatable because so many
Mm.
people know that it's the chaos deck.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
doing it just fucking adds so much chaos. Which some people are after. Some people love that shit.
Mm.
But some people have long running campaigns and they can't ever use the deck of many things because it will fuck things up.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's a pretty good lore recap, I think, for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Got a lot of good bits kind of recap from the start up, which is nice. It's a good position to play a session that's got loads of potential lore in it. Fantastico. You guys had the Blushing Kiss now as well, the tavern that you guys own. What's going on there this week?
Let me find out right now. I'm just getting in
Okay.
contact with them. Boop 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 boop. Boop boop. Boop boop. Oh, not again. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hold on, let's get some more information here. Boop 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 boop. Oh, Drew and Rianne have both broke a toilet. Oh my god.
Oh my god, together the same toilet?
They must
You
have
got to
been
invest in like steel toilets.
Okay, what were they doing in a toilet together?
Oh, well, Grace, they're identical twins, so no one can. Drew and Rianne, beloved, they're identical
Well,
twins.
farewell.
Definitely different toilets. Definitely different toilets.
Yeah, no one can tell apart. So Grace, if you want to, you know what, maybe we should open that up to the person if they're in
Sure.
chat and be like, what do you think
Sure.
your characters did to break a toilet? Go for it.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to hear what Grace comes up with for this.
Let's figure out. In the meantime, let's figure out how much damage that did. 4 gold's worth of damage. You guys have lost 4 gold this week.
Damn it.
Yeah.
What are these gold-lined toilets?
So
Ah,
yeah, you've got to pay for the labour to reinstall new toilets.
Oh, it's always labour.
And we've apparently got fancy indoor plumbing, so it's not just a matter of like picking up the building and digging a new hole in the ground.
Drew and Rianne were testing out Drew's new spells and started a tornado in the bathroom.
Oh,
Everyone's
love
been
it.
Love that.
They had a new idea for how to like do the flush, but it didn't go well.
Tried to make it
they were
flush the other
seeing,
way.
yeah, they were seeing if they could make it go the other way.
Beautiful.
Okay, cool. All right. Well then, let's fucking play some fucking D&D. Fuck. Last session, we ended with you guys arriving on the scene of a cabin, or not even really a cabin, a kind of almost a small chapel tucked amongst some other bits and buildings, cloister almost. That is familiar to Nerdy at the very least. This is the Lodge of the Silver Crescent. This is for you, Nerdy, as you're very acutely aware, this is the place that you and your community would come and stay during the winter so that it was a little less chilly. Living up in the mountains, otherwise it's very, very cold. Coming down here is where you would come spend your winter. It wasn't quite as dreadful. So you weren't down here very often, but you were down here every year since you can remember. From your kind of cursory perception check that we did last week, you have estimated that this has been a situation of disrepair for at least a year's time. It doesn't look like anyone's kind of home, at least from what you can see from here. But that's the scene that you guys have arrived at. It is late, as far as you can tell. Your circadian clock is telling you that it's late, but bearing in mind that pretty much everything out here is dark forever and always, as you are currently wading through thick fog and the spooky Shadowfell-esque atmosphere that has fallen over the King's Forest.
So when we came here, Earl specifically said that like it might be uncomfortable for y'all to be here, or at least one of you or something like that.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
he seems to be like aware.
You guys have had a conversation about this previously.
Okay, I couldn't remember if that had happened or not.
Yeah,
so
yeah. You
I
and
was like,
Earl have had a conversation about because you'd had a chat about this.
Right, because I was like, well, surely I could navigate the forest. I literally like grew up
Yeah,
there.
yeah, and
Partially.
he said you could, but also everything's changed quite a lot.
Yeah.
Even getting here, you've seen huge kind of sinkhole chunks of ground kind of falling out from underneath you,
Yeah.
a dense fog, and he's been flying out into the like above the trees to try and get a perspective of where to be. He's using landmarks from the sky, which even then is of mixed efficacy thanks to the cloud.
Well, better than nothing, I guess.
I'm sorry to say this, folks, but this is pretty much the last stop.
Oh.
After this place here, I'm probably not going to go much further. This is dangerous territory, and I know this is a safe place. This is where I holed up the last time we came through here hunting for that there dragon you guys are after. It shouldn't be no harm. The folks here are kind enough.
There's still
Wait, there are people here.
Oh, sorta.
What does that mean?
Oh, I believe their names are Phoebe and Clive. I see Katie rushing to her document. You don't read that well. Phoebe and Clive, they're not on your document, but you do
No.
remember them vividly.
Okay.
Phoebe and Clive are two very old, elderly ghosts.
Oh.
They inhabit this lodge, kind of as like kindly housekeepers. They are a bit doddering and not very helpful, but you remember them very fondly because they would often, when if a very young Nurli would make any mistakes, they would take kind of blame for them, that kind of thing. They are people that you remember very fondly from your upbringing. Oftentimes they'd run very very minor sessions. Like it would be more like most of your classes were quite regimented, but they would occasionally like if there was like a substitute teacher day, it would be those guys. And they, as to the best of your memory, they don't have a great time. Like they're not like a poltergeist. They're not like the ghost that scared the shit out of Randall. Like they're very harmless.
Like stand-in grandparents almost.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Then she is, in fact, stops being apprehensive and is mildly even excited, maybe, to see them, because it's probably been some time.
Yes, you have not seen them for a long time.
Okay, before we go in, just so you know, they're ghosts, but they're not dangerous.
or is excited.
Kind of like grandparents.
They're not going to age me again, are they? I can't take that again.
They never did
Unlike
that
you
to
guys, I'm
me.
human, so
Yeah.
They never did anything bad. They were always really nice.
Oh,
In fact, they kept me out of trouble a couple of times when I messed up.
You reckon they could guide us in further?
I don't know. I don't really ever remember them going too far. But I guess we could ask. Everything's changed. Are you going to stay here, Earl, or are you going to go ahead and leave now?
oh, I'll stay here with you folks just for one evening, or maybe I'll wait a few days and see if you come back.
Okay.
let's go in.
Well, yeah.
Well, come on down. I'm sure you know the direction. Nurli will come on down here. We just kind of find yourself walking down a small ridge. What I'll do is I'll move us on 20. Just so you can get a bit of a visual of it.
Cool.
A moment for the map to load in, etc. Get a little less pixelated.
It's even spookier when it's blurry.
Bog.
Okay, I'm in. Weird.
Wonderful. So, this is the lodge. The Lodge of the Silver Crescent. This is the place that Nerdy sort of grew up. The structures that you see in front of you are the building that you will see. I mean, characters. There is a. Oh, I forgot to put the music onto. Let me move you to the. Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
So you can see just about a tree kind of popping out the courtyard behind some walls. And to Nerdy, this is a home away from home. There are some areas in this building that you're more familiar with than others. You know that there is an upper floor, which was mostly used for kind of there was like a teaching room up there that you occasionally got to use, but it was really mostly for the higher up elder members of your community. That's where their bedrooms were and stuff like that. You didn't have a bedroom of your own. You had one of these bunks down here on the floor. In fact, you'll remember fondly that your bunk was quite well personalized to yourself. So we can poke around there if you fancy, and you're going to have to describe it for us. Otherwise, you walk down the hill from where this kind of standing stone is in the top left corner, down and across the little stone bridge, which kind of makeshift moat really, into the building, and the door kind of rattles a little bit on its hinge as you push it open in a familiar way to see the tree itself. The tree is, as you might imagine, not in great state of repair. It is the bark is kind of peeling off, leaves are greying and falling to the ground. The grass underneath your feet has a sad crunch to it as you are walking through. It's almost like the grass itself is brittle. But as you step across the threshold, you hear Ruelena, and an elderly ghost kind of just like straight up just floats right towards you. He's got a walking stick. You don't know why. It's just it's like kind of an older, like a white guy with like probably like just fully bald at the top with like the old man. It's around to the side, old white hair, and tiny little, teeny tiny little reading glasses.
I forgot what their names were. Can you tell me again, just really quick, so I can write them down?
Clive and Phoebe.
Clive and Phoebe. Oh, it's so good to see you. And I instinctively go to give him a hug. I don't know if it's
the closest you get to a hug.
Yeah.
Which is, for the most part, you're aware that like one of the reasons that they're so often classed as being completely harmless is that they seem to struggle interacting with the world. For maybe the first time in many, many years, you actually feel a firmness as you're able to actually take hold of Clive for a hug. Oh my goodness, Ruelena, what are you doing here?
Oh,
It's
that's
so good
such
to
a long
see
story. It's good to see you too. Is Phoebe here too?
Of course Phoebe is here. Of course Phoebe is here. Phoebe! Phoebe!
The shout is actually quieter than the normal voice.
You seem so much more here than you've been before.
Oh, it's just I'm just so happy to see you. You know, it's been such a long time. You can really see Salune's light in you.
Thank you.
And sure enough, Phoebe floats through one of the walls. She's old, but she's not playing it up quite as much as Clive is. She floats in. She's got like a proper babushka thing going on. And she kind of like hobbles in, and she's like, "Ah, Ruelena!"
And I run over to give her a hug too.
Oh, you sweet little angel, you.
It's so good to see you.
Oh my gosh, what are you doing here? Look at you and all your bits all in place. Look at you.
Yeah, oh, and look, I have a fancy dress, and I do like a spin, and I'll make it like change from whatever I had it to that like really matched the environment and was really like drab, so it wasn't like noticeable, to something really like shiny night sky.
What about Phoebe and Clive? Is sexual in any way? Hi Abe, how's it
I
going?
mean, maybe they are with each other, but that's
Phoebe
different.
dog whistle, the higher pitched and quieter he gets, the more she hears.
So yeah, just
Phoebe,
do a little
look at
spin.
her! She's so radiant, you can I was just saying to her, you can really see Salune's light in her. It's like, oh yes you can, oh lovely. Oh beautiful young lady, you are so beautiful.
It's so good to see you both. How long has it been since anyone's been here?
Oh, it's probably been a year, I think.
That's what it looks like.
It's been a hot minute, as you would have said when you were a young glass. Yes, no. Oh my goodness, what are you're doing here alive in the flesh, aren't you? You're not a ghost, are you? You're like,
No,
was
no. I'm alive.
Oh,
Oh, and these are my friends.
Hello.
That's Randall.
Wow,
that's
you're alive
Hi.
too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so.
And that's Oro. And that's Earl.
Hello, Earl. Nice to see you.
Nice to meet you.
Pleasure to see you guys again. I was honestly hoping not to come back this way anytime soon, but here we are.
Yeah, apparently there's really bad
That's all the
dragon around.
friends. That's all of them. You
That's
named
all of
every
them.
one of the friends that you
Every
brought
single
here.
one of them.
Sad haiku noises.
I said haiku. I said Randall and haiku, and then I said Oro and Earl.
I only
What about
heard
Nugget?
Randall.
That's
I think we had some
Well, I don't
lag
think
because
Nugget-
mine lagged on my side.
Oh, okay. I definitely
I was
said.
gonna
I
say.
literally did it in order of my cameras, like and I hadn't said Nugget yet because I assumed that Nugget couldn't fit through the door. But if Nugget can fit through the door and is in fact coming with
Nugget's
us,
in. Yeah, Nugget's
then I'll point to Nugget and say, "And that's Nugget." And he likes sprouts, and I reach into the bag and give him a sprout. Make sure it's clean.
Oh, I remember liking sprouts.
Would
You
like one?
always liked sprouts.
Mm-hmm. And this bag like never runs out of them. They're just
Oh,
always in
man.
there.
That's good
Oh,
for
we
me.
should
That's a
take that
food.
crystal out of there so it doesn't
Probably.
poison the sprouts.
You pull out a purple sprout.
You know
Oh, God.
how the law of the bag is that it has every possible like variety of sprout from a sprout collector.
Mm-hmm.
Is one of the sprout types ghost sprout? Can we pull out a ghost sprout for the ghosts, please?
I'm gonna say on this instance you can pull out a ghost sprout.
Yes.
But I love it. I think the idea is that you say, because the idea with the bag of holding is you think the thing that you want to pull out. So you think ghost sprout and it comes out and it's like actually red, like a pepper.
No. Ghost sprout.
Sprout
Oh my God,
for
that's
ghosts.
It's just a ghost pepper.
Oh well, what are you doing here?
Did you notice that everything's dying?
Oh yes, well, that's probably bad, isn't it?
We're gonna try to stop that.
Oh well, as the embodiment of the celestial power of Salune, that makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Now, Rowelena, have you ever thought about giving that back?
Give it what back?
Or the power of Salune, my sweet?
I don't even know how I would do that.
Oh, well, it's quite simple, actually. Yes, it's quite simple. We discussed it at length for a long time. Were you not in those meetings? No, she definitely wasn't in those meetings.
Is this the thing where I have to die?
Oh, yes, it is, my sweet, yes. Petal, it is the thing where
Right.
you have to die, yeah. So there's a ritual, just a cheeky little ritual that someone would do that would maybe get you a little more like us.
Maybe
and all of the
someday.
power of the wonderful Selune will go back to the moon and the moon goddess, and not, in your veins, sweetheart. You're very beautiful and lovely and radiant, but it's Selune's, really, isn't it?
It is. But I think she also told me. I think that they were going to do that, and then she told me to leave. So I think it's just because there's at least some things I have to do before that can happen, if that is supposed to happen.
Oh, well, I could believe that, maybe. Can you roll me a persuasion check?
Yeah.
Can I help?
What are you going to do to persuade?
She's like, I remember you telling me about that.
I'll do a dance.
Good dance. Does that give me advantage?
I'm not feeling especially convinced. You're going to have to go with that advantage.
Okay, that's fine.
Well, okay, yeah, maybe.
I
Maybe
rolled
that's...
a 2. I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna spend a sorcery point.
Okay,
We're
sure.
gonna spend a sorcery point. We're gonna re-roll that.
Mhm.
Because it can literally only... There, that's better. I was like, it can only be 1 point worse. So, literally.
Oh, well, maybe. Maybe. Okay, well,
You know how I always have
She-
dreams
yeah.
that feel like messages?
Mm.
I had a dream that told me that I needed to leave. And then I found out over the months after that Selene's sister is doing some very bad things, and so I think I'm supposed to help stop that.
Oh, well, yeah, no. She's a bitch. We all know that she's a bitch. Fuck that bitch. Fuck Shah. Fuck her.
Yeah.
None of that. None of that here.
Love
Any
me
of you Shah
Selune.
worshippers? Any of you Shah worshippers in here?
Oh.
No?
No, I've talked to them a lot about it.
Oh, okay, good. Well, we don't want any shiners here, do we? Do we, my sweet? You'll remember that shiners is a derogative term for anyone that's not a worshipper of Selune. The idea being that the light of the moon bounces right off of them, as opposed to something that they absorb and shine.
I love that.
So they're not moonshiners then.
No.
So they're still insulting us.
Oh yeah, well they're insulting anyone that doesn't directly worship Selune.
They're all ghosts, you know. It's too late.
I was like,
Down here.
technically yes, but well.
No.
They asked if
Technically,
there
no.
were any Star worshippers.
Exactly.
There are not. There are certainly not.
Well, that's good. That's
Yeah, no. I forgot what I was gonna ask. What was I gonna ask them?
oh, you
What's the
settle
last
in,
thing you
my
heard
sweet.
from? What'd you say?
You settle in, my sweet. Oh yes, please. Your old bunk is just as you left it.
Is it
There's
really?
plenty of space for your friends.
Yeah,
Even
there
the
should be
bat.
lots of beds. If I look at the like vegetables and stuff that were around the tree, I'm sure that they're like desiccated and gross too, right?
Yeah, big time.
Okay. Yeah.
Weeds everywhere, and the weeds are dead too.
Wow. We found the
That
cure for
has very
weeds.
much like that castle saying, "Can I build another one?" and that fell over and sank kind of energy to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody, I can show you where the beds are if you want, because I know I'm tired, so you're probably pretty tired, and I'll start leading everyone in to the area with the beds back here.
Yeah. Okay. So it's just a short little walk to the courtyard and in the door, and once again you find yourself back in essentially your bedroom. Here are a bunch of kind of cots that are tucked away with kind of separators, keep you in your own little area. And for the most part, they are unremarkable. You see a couple of them have. There are a couple of them that have like a prayer chant for Selune on the wall, like that kind of thing. Some people have just like left marking. See, like people have like edged their names into the thing, like so it's like H heart M and stuff like that. Like people have just like etched things into
So and so was here.
Yeah, precisely. The beds themselves look like there's some old blankets on them that have been kind of left as they were in previous conditions. So most of them are left quite meticulously tucked in, though they are a bit dusty, and a couple of them are covered in cobwebs. But you could give them a good shake, and it'll be probably fine.
I go in and I start prestidigitating everything clean.
Sure. But before you do so, I'm sure you make your way to your own bunk. What do we find there?
So I think it's probably been so long since she's been here that she kind of like she remembers the bunk pretty well, but like you go back and you look at like drawings that you did as a kid and stuff like that, and you like sometimes you remember them and sometimes you don't, but you still kind of feel connected to them. Like I have some sense of this being mine. So I feel like there are a bunch of like kids drawings like stuck up around the wall with like some sort of like mud sticky or something like that. And there's just like there's probably a lot of things that she now realizes are like her being a child drawing like not only the moon but then somebody watching over her, and like now she's realizing that like, oh, this is probably my mom. And there's just like a lot of different drawings of like there's probably one that's like a fully illustrated moon cycle, and you can see like one where she was like really young and she did that, and then one where she was older and she did it. It looks much like nicer and neater, but it's very much like things they would have found around to make like inks or crayon type things out of, so it's still like fairly rudimentary, nothing like super fancy, but you can see like 18-ish years of someone's life here with drawings and probably little like prayers and things stuck up all around the wall. I don't know that she would have had a whole lot of personal belongings there, or she at least wouldn't remember having too much that she wouldn't
anything that
be,
she would have like
back and forth.
like weaved or anything like
Ooh, yeah. I think there would be like before you get into something like weaving, you probably do something a little bit more simple like crochet or something. So I think there's like baby's first doll that she like made herself, and so there's like a really old beat up well loved, like the stuffing is all out of one side of it, like crocheted little doll that has like very like rough wool white hair, whereas like she probably thought she was making herself, but she was probably actually making a doll of Seraphina and stuff like that. And
lots of subconscious little bits and bobs.
yeah, like a child's mind like not fully understanding but having these ideas, like kids do things like drawing and play therapy, and you'll get the pictures of like things going on in their heads. I feel like there's a bit of that like smattering around.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's like one really well made, I think that is probably actually like the final version of the moon cycles, is one where she fully wove it and it actually looks really nice, like a really nice like little like really small though tapestry of the moon cycles, and like with 7 stars around it.
Imagine there's also like etchings on the walls for her height as time goes on.
Oh yeah, definitely things
every
like
birthday,
that too.
that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm,
all right.
mm-hmm.
Well, the rest of you guys throw some of your stuff down by the bunk, maybe claim something for yourself. We get a chance for Nugget to essentially find one of the beds and just rough it up into what would look otherwise quite comfortable. And you're given the opportunity to mill about a little bit, do some exploration, have some conversations if you fancy. It's late, but it's not like conk out right this second late.
Mm-hmm. I think after kind of like helping everyone settle in and probably making like silly comments that mean nothing to anyone else about like, oh, and that's where so and so slept. You'll like that one because it's softer or it's less soft or whatever, like that kind of thing.
Once
everyone kind of gets. Well, she prestidigitated it, so it doesn't stink. I think she'll probably.
Go was bad.
It's that bad. It's magical
one of those
stink.
people lactose intolerant, but kept just going at the cheese.
Oh, who farted into the blanket so many times that the blanket just can't get the smell out. I think after everyone kind of gets settled in, if nobody like asks any immediate questions or anything, she'd probably wander over to the little altar and see how it's doing.
Yeah, okay. So you find yourself in the chapel, the small little chapel that's kind of tucked away for yourself. And there, as you kind of remember this place, it's a little less, I don't want to say the word regal, but less impressive than you remember it being. You remember this being such a... To you, this was all you'd seen. This was like the coolest shit. This was a dedicated chapel. It's not as incredible as your like mountain kind of home, but this was pretty. It was good as a standard for a chapel. And you kind of remember it being more things being like since then you've explored the world a bit more. Like you've gone to
out
some
into big
amazing
cities.
places. You've been to there's these incredible cities in the Feywild where you've seen like buildings created out of coral. You've been to Walloon, and you've seen like the temple to Sune and stuff like that. You've seen opulence. To you is now a bit drab. But it's got a nostalgia to it. It's got a sense of, okay, well, this is where the first time that I led the chant and that kind of stuff. And as you kind of you walk in here, you're kind of followed by Phoebe, and Clive is kind of pottering about elsewhere, and kind of just find yourself having a bit of a chat. So, my
Chat
love,
with Phoebe. Yeah, go ahead.
coming back here, checking out all this kind of spooky stuff. Is that what you're here for?
Yeah.
Not here just to see us.
I'm glad you're here. I didn't know that I was going to end up being here tonight at all, actually.
Oh.
When is the last time that you heard from anyone in the Enclave?
Oh. Actively avoiding the ghosts from book reasons. That's fair. I think maybe a year ago.
What was the last thing you heard from them?
Oh, well, they all went back up to Mountain, and they just never came back. Last time we had visitors, it was Earl. He came through here with some purple dragon knife. Went up to Mountain.
Yeah.
What do you mean you feel you take offense at the accent? Listen, I'm representing Yorkshire in these games.
Oh, okay, no.
I'm representing people. There are only so many accents I can do being a white guy. I've got to limit myself to the ones that are acceptable to.
Well, there's a dragon up there.
Oh, well, there was a dragon there a long time ago.
Yeah, there's either another one or maybe that one again, but...
Oh, Adrenalith's back, is she? I think that's pretty hard.
Was Adrenalith... Wait, when was the last time Adrenalith was up there?
Oh, we killed her maybe... Oh, I don't know now. 40, 50 years ago?
Oh, so she's... Oh.
Yeah, we stabbed her good and proper. For Salune, you know.
Mm-hmm. Did Adrenaline do something wrong, or...?
Oh, sweetheart, you know. Well, it's a long story. We don't really get into it now, do we? You want to hear about how we slayed a dragon?
Actually, it might be rather helpful, because that might be what we're doing tomorrow, so...
Oh. Well, you see, it was a long time ago, but Adrenalith, you see, she was one of our founding members. Yes, oh, I know. We had a dragon, a moonstone dragon, amongst us when we first started out. She and what was her lover was Caspian Kinshire, that one there.
You remember his name?
Wow, why would I not remember his name?
Oh, no reason. Go ahead.
Well, they were part of our founding family, really. All in love of Selune, eh?
They?
Yeah. Caspian Kinshire and
So
Adrenaline. They founded the Enclave of the Apogee.
Has Randall appeared? Which is fine. You are welcome to join the conversation.
So Randall would have wanted to ask a lot of questions of the ghosts, I think, but also given their aversion to Shah, would have been kind of just lurking around, I think.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair enough. I think that's absolutely fair enough.
So Caspian Kinchar was one of our founders.
Oh, yes. Him and Adrenaline, they were like that, you see.
No one ever told me.
Oh, well, it was old news. Her body's still up there, actually.
Why did I never see it?
Well, you think we're going to show big dead bodies of dragons to kids?
Well, I mean, I wasn't a kid the whole time.
Well, it's kind of like secret, isn't it?
I guess so, yeah. So if she was a founding member, why did she have to die?
Oh, well, it's a complicated tale, really. It happened over a while. It was really more like after some time, Caspian Kinshire went off adventuring. He went off doing his adventuring, as he did. You see, he was what they call him?
A paladin.
Oh, some people would call him a paladin. Some people would call him a warlock.
Oh.
Yeah, he had some patron. What was her name? Sarah something.
Sarah?
Oh, Sarah
Serafina?
something. Oh, that were it. Yeah, that were it. So when he was away. Listen here, he was away for a while, and when he was away, and Adrenaline was back with us. Someone visited, and we had a long chat, a very long chat, and I'm trying to find the name. Alrius.
Me scrolling
The
the
pause.
list of names.
It was Alrius R something. I can't remember what his surname was. Started with an R.
I don't have Alarius. Control F. Can you spell that?
I don't. Yeah.
Alrius. ALRIUS.
I don't
You
have
will,
that
you
in
will
my
not
notes.
have that in your notes.
Okay.
Okay.
And
The
who's
DM
that?
pause made me think I should.
I know. Yeah, exactly.
Oh
the
no,
pause.
I mean the DM pause was there for a reason, but that name specifically
Dramatic
won't be in your
pause.
notes.
Hey.
Alrius, his surname was R something. I don't know what it was. Something R something. AR. That's all we know that as.
And what did they say?
Oh well, so he visited and he was telling us all about this spooky going on in the Feywild. Have you ever heard of the Feywild?
Yeah, I got trapped there for a year.
Oh.
We missed a birthday party because of it.
That's like the biggest takeaway from the film.
Well, he came back whilst Caspian were away, and he said that there were some moon folk in Feywild trying to take over Selune, kill her, take her spot. He says to us, we've got to take out anything that says it loves Selune that's not us. Anything that's trying to take away power from Selune. it was a pivotal moment for us, you know. We started taking very seriously, taking out anyone that could be taking power away from our goddess, you know. Like yourself, sweetheart. Like yourself.
Was I already around when this person showed up?
No, it took us a long time to realise that you were an Asimar, my sweet.
No one never told me.
Well, we figured it out, and we were going to kill you in a ritual, but then you left, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
I can't kill you now. I'm too old and feeble and also a ghost, so it's not really my day. I can't do the rituals, honestly. I never learned them.
I think that's for the best, personally.
Oh, well, you were saying you were thinking about it maybe one day.
Well, I don't know. I guess it depends on what Selene or Seraphina tell me to do.
That seems smart. I mean, I'm sure they want their power back, though, so maybe dying in a ritual would be good. But we're just floating it.
What do you remember about when I was brought to the Enclave?
Oh, sweet. You were brought here by that young tree person. What were her name?
Thistle?
That were one. Said she found you dirty bathing in a pool.
And we never learned anything else?
No, well, later on we found out you were Asimar, eh?
Yeah.
Come from blood of gods. Taking power directly from the goddess. Bit greedy, that.
Oh, I didn't ask to.
Well, it's alright. Yeah, I mean, you can always undo it, can't you, by dying a ritual?
Do you ever think that maybe that person, that Alrius, was wrong?
He was pretty convincing. He brought a book with him. He was like, this is the book that they were trying to use.
What book?
Oh, it was big spooky tome, like. Loads of spooky sigils on it.
Right. I imagine Randall's head is at the back of the back of that corridor, just like peeking in, and like it's just moving like the hips further away, so it's like, more hidden the second that comes up, just like.
What kind of
Actually,
sigils?
Haiku sliding Randall's body backwards.
It's literally like there's a Haiku head, a Randall head, an Oro head, and Randall slowly gets dragged back.
I just infused one little sacred flame in there.
Just one little sacred flame. I ask if she can describe any of the sigils.
Oh, they were dark, evil sigils of Shah worship. That's how you know it were bad.
But if he brought that book, then why would everyone listen to him if that was a Shar book?
He said that, well, he didn't have the book, you see. Caspian had the book. He's gone to Feywild, taken over, killed that Feywild lady who's trying to take over Selune.
We saw that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
He brought the book back, kept it secret from us. So we go into his room, we find the book. Everything that Alrius said, true. Pretty convincing. So we shanked the dragon, killed the dead, and we got people out, well, gonna hunt for you, kill you dead.
Well, how?
Got some people after werewolves, stuff like that. Anyone that loves the moon.
Wait, but who killed Caspian? You guys?
Oh, I don't know. Is he dead? That's good.
So
I don't know, but I think so.
what happened when you found that he had the book?
Well, he weren't here.
Oh. And he never returned?
No.
So Arius said there's an evil book that tells us we should sacrifice people.
No, it
Even
was
though it's an
evidence
evil
against the
book.
crimes of the horrible Feywild creatures.
Oh, okay.
Much like Adranolith, as she was a Feywild creature. Being a moonstone dragon. So we shanked her dead.
Yes.
Much like the plan was to shank you dead, but no one's around to do that now.
Yeah. And now another dragon is living up in the mountains, and I think they might have killed everyone. I guess
Well,
I'll
that would
find
be
that out.
sad.
Yeah.
Ask them if Caspian had any children.
Did Caspian have any children?
Oh, hi, yeah, 2.
Who?
Well, the girl with the leaves and
This-
stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
She had some little kid, some human one. Looked a bit more normal. Rondel?
Who?
My brother.
He
And
took
who
him
was-
away.
Who is
Didn't
that
want him-
one's mother? Not Adranolith?
Oh, it were a Dranolith, aye.
Why did he take the other baby away but not Thistle?
Oh, well, it were many years after.
Hmm.
He'd realised that the adventuring life weren't good for kids.
Gosh, no one ever told me any of this.
Well, it's secret, love. It's a secret. And you weren't properly ordained yet, were you?
No.
We held off your party because we were going to murder you.
Yeah, seems that way.
I mean, that's a polite thing to do.
It's probably also why I was never in any of the meetings about murdering me, huh?
Well, there was that, yeah.
Yeah. Probably would have run away a lot younger.
Well, it's lovely
Oh.
to see you. Now we
Yeah.
know all about why you're so lovely and shiny. It's because you've got all the power of Salune in you. You should really give it up.
I don't know that it is power from Salune.
Oh, it's power from Salune, love. It's in your blood, isn't it?
If what's in my blood is from a celestial that I guess worships Salune, would that mean that it's still from Salune?
Yeah.
Then
Now,
I guess
I'm not
maybe
gonna.
I do.
I won't nag you no more about getting yourself ritually sacrificed. That's all right, love. You've had a long day.
I don't like how many times this ghost has hinted that Merlin needs to be ritually sacrificed. That's like 7 times too many.
The weirdest version of somebody's like racist grandparents, like
Yeah.
you know, like don't you think you ought to go die now?
This is the problem. They have died.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Doesn't
right.
seem
Yeah,
like a big
so
deal to them.
Changed.
there's no ending to it. Shar invested heavily in Bard power. Oh no. God, we get to the end and it's just Hyacinth that we have to fight and we're all screwed. Head's poking out, right?
Oh, are we back?
Oh.
Are we back?
It's not just
Yep.
me who keeps
We're
freezing.
back.
At least on my end, Doc's frozen in a particularly humorous position.
Oh,
Oh, I didn't see it.
no.
It's definitely just Discord because Jenny's stream was still going. I could see her moving around like normal.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
strange.
Great, good, that's great. What was I asking? I said, so at this point, Oro has spoken up, so I've looked over and I've seen the like 3 heads poking out, right?
Yeah.
Well, do any of you have any questions? We might find some more answers. Randall
Literally
looks...
dozens.
Never mind, I'm not going to finish that sentence. Yeah, what questions do you have?
You guys aren't part of the Enclave, though, so I'm not answering your.
Oh.
Well, their questions would be my questions. I'm just, there's just a lot to take in all at once.
Shiners, love. They're shiners. They've got to keep this knowledge for us, eh?
Okay, that's fair. When you killed a journalist, did you see any power go back?
Oh, tons of power flooding out of her. Yeah, loads.
Did she just let you do it, or did she fight back?
Oh, she was asleep.
Oh.
Oh, that's all right.
We're not stupid. You don't take on a dragon.
Well, sometimes you have to. So hey, maybe this dragon that we're gonna go fight will kill me and then you'll get your wish. I don't know if that counts as part of the ritual, but I guess if you didn't have to perform a ritual on Adrenalith, then...
Oh, there were a ritual. It was just a very quiet one.
Oh. Did you, like...
But I'm not a priest, so I don't know.
That's
I'm
fair.
speaking as the royal we, like everybody knows.
Hmm.
Not me, precisely. It's an old lady. An old lady ghost.
Hmm. That name sounds familiar to me. Alrius. I can't remember why. What else do you know about Alrius?
Oh. Not very much, no. He did come back through here not too long ago.
How not long ago?
Oh, I don't know. 9 months? 10 months?
What did he want?
Wait, hello? He's a
And he
mysterious
was
chap.
And he was the one who told you like 40 or 50 years ago to change that Aasimar need to die and stuff like that?
Oh, yeah.
What does he look like?
Oh, he's like a, what do you call him now? Is he drow?
Hmm.
Maybe drow.
Boy lived a long time. So he showed up and he gives you all this information.
We froze again. What the fuck, Discord? Discord, what are you doing today?
I don't know why it's happening. I love that we moved away from Zoom.
Do I need
Came
to
back
get
here.
Discord Nitro or something for this? Shut the fuck up. Hi, Anna.
Oh.
Hi, Anna.
Hello. What was I
Other people in
asking?
chat that have come in and not said hello to. Hi. How's it going?
Hello.
Lot of lore and story going on right now. Sorry, y'all.
Big lore drops.
Big lore drops.
Big dollops.
Confirmations. Yeah, big old dollops. Dollops of lore. So he just showed up and gave you all this information about these sacrifices and then just left, or did he stay around, or?
Oh, he helped us do it.
Hmm. And it never seemed like maybe he was an agent of Shar trying to kill off people tied to
Now,
Serenade?
come on now, that seems a bit harsh for us to have just fallen prey to something like an agent of Shah.
Well, you know, secrets.
He came in with a lot of information. A lot of secret information.
Secrets?
Your
Came in with a
persuasion.
lot of secrets. Okay.
Oh, she'd be rolling high.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
She'd be rolling
he did
in.
come in with a lot of secrets.
Yeah, it seems kind of like a Shar thing, doesn't it?
But he said he loved. He loved Salune. Surely Shah worshippers couldn't even say that without their tongue turning to ash in their mouth. That is 100% something that you have learned as a child at the Enclave. You've also heard that all Shah worshippers have horns, like that kind of stuff. Like,
right.
You know, like,
I know that's something that we've always said, but I've seen a lot of things now that
if you're a Shah worshipper, you have to tell me.
Yeah, the people who worship somebody who keeps secrets definitely are big truth tellers. You know,
Oh, god damn it.
Still very
Just
disappointed in a lot
stop.
of churches.
Do we
But-
change region,
No.
maybe?
It's happening.
What did we change it to last time that made it better for us when it was messing up? Hilarious.
Oh,
Actually,
I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's moving.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
See if that works better now.
Where
Okay.
are we?
Where
We're in-
in the
Where are
world?
we?
We're in US East.
Oh,
Okay, fingers crossed.
US East.
There's this
Law drops
It's
is
a
more like
very niche
law
reference.
torrential
Oh,
downpours.
god damn it.
For real, right?
mm.
What was I gonna say? I've seen a lot of things now, and I don't think that everything that we knew or learned was correct.
Listen,
Um,
now, if I weren't open-minded, I wouldn't have changed my mind in the first place about killing everybody that's related to taking power away from Salune.
Yeah,
It does
I
seem
read.
awful unlikely, though, that someone would be able to come in and persuade all of our elders into killing a massive dragon. They had no ashen tongue, no tentacle legs, nothing.
Yeah. I saw a lady in the Feywild who was trying to become a god, and she seemed to worship Shar, and she didn't have an ashen tongue or tentacle legs.
Now, roll a persuasion check. Imagine that when you're talking to someone who's part of a deeply ingrained in a cult, you have to, every sentence that you say is a persuasion check.
Yeah, no, that's totally fair.
Really? No tentacle?
Mm-mm.
No ashen tongue?
No. Except for being kind of evil and power hungry, she was actually very pretty. But Feywild kind of,
No.
everything seems to be like that in the Feywild. Yeah.
No. Well, that turns everything upside down, don't it?
Yeah. We can't change the past. But you might be able to help me with the future.
I can certainly maybe consider stopping, suggesting that you submit to ritual murder.
That would be very comforting.
We'll start with that until I get my head straight around this whole problem.
Yeah.
Just for now. Maybe I'll go back to it. We'll see.
Yeah. And maybe if you and Clive can think about anything you know about Alrius and maybe what their last name is and how they look and anything else that they might have told you about themselves.
Well, I know their surname started with an R.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know whatever. So it was A-R.
Do I recognize those initials from anywhere?
Yes.
I was gonna say, this is something in my
Okay.
brain. I'm trying to get into my notes.
Is that a yes
Oh, look at that. Double raid.
To-
Hi, guys.
to me or to Randall?
What was the
Hello.
butler's name?
Atticus.
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 Atticus Kinshire, technically.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I knew it was there. I was like, oh, is it an R? And it was some kind of,
Oh,
fake name.
we don't know any other drow.
I feel like this AR person showed this whole enclave a series of YouTube videos.
God, for real.
Listen to my podcast. It'll make you an alpha.
Also, buy my products.
Yeah.
The ritual
Good
murder
alpha.
of Merle.
Oh my god.
Hi guys, you've joined
Hi.
a peak lore dump.
Mm-hmm.
We're at the top. We're the crest of the law coaster, and we're on our way down.
Buckle up.
Thank you for the raid, Leo. Leo's one of my friends. And they do really good art.
I feel like Leo is a fellow pal from what did we play in that Kingdom-ish game? We were on the same team.
In your stream, Katie.
Oh, King of the
was it?
Castle.
King of the
Yeah,
Castle.
we were on the same
think
team.
maybe, yeah.
Welcome. Do you want to roll a DM? Give me the answer check.
Well,
Yes.
that's what I was thinking.
All right. Give me a history check with disadvantage.
Oh no.
If we're talking through it together, can I cancel out the disadvantage?
No, he gets permanent disadvantage.
I have
history
Oh,
checks.
that's right.
Literally anyone else could roll.
And we do it where 2 people can roll, right?
Yeah.
My history is a 0.
7.
Ugh.
Take my d6.
Whoa, whoa.
Well,
Can you
someone
do
else
that?
can roll too.
What about if I use the inspiration that I have to make sure that I get that 20 and just like
If you
there's
give
a
me your
moment of
inspiration,
calm.
yeah. If you pay your
moment of calm from the
inspiration,
book.
I
Yeah.
will give you this roll.
Okay.
You recognize AR, the initials AR, from the note that you found on Priestess Code's body.
I knew that! It was tickling my brain for some reason and I couldn't find it in my document.
Oh shit. Oh, wait, that might be when I was taking notes.
Together we might have just the right set of notes.
For real.
The note that Priestess Code was holding said, "This is where you can go and find the completionists," and was directing towards you.
Wow. Oh my god.
Did Priestess Code know about this place?
Do you ever remember anyone named Priestess Code? Or just Code? Who also was an SMR, maybe?
No.
I describe what she looked like before she fell.
Oh no, definitely not. No.
I think this Arius person has been trying to kill people tied to Selene.
No.
Yep, because he
I mean,
sent-
maybe the way that we were killing people tied to something, though. You know,
Yeah.
like werewolves trying to take power from Moon.
Yeah, I think maybe he lied. Because...
No, I think maybe he was just trying to kill you. Because, you know, he persuaded us all that we should kill you. So that makes a lot of sense, though, doesn't it? He persuaded us to kill you, we were trying to kill you, then he tried to kill you.
Yeah.
That's all in line.
I mean, I guess maybe he does really believe that, but... There's some big stuff going on with Shar trying to erase Caspian. And I think he's tied to it.
No.
If he comes back, don't tell him anything, please. I've tried not to ask for too much ever that I can think of. Maybe when I was really little I asked for a lot, I don't know, but...
No, you were always a good kid. I'll think about it. Maybe we won't.
Yeah, just... You don't have to not be nice to him, but just don't tell him anything about me.
Okay.
Or anything that I've said. Or any
I'll
questions
keep it
that I've
quiet.
asked. Yeah.
Oh no, we'd be maybe get in trouble anyway, won't we? He'd be mad. Well, we told you all this stuff. Okay, well, yeah, no, we won't find out from us. Don't you worry.
Well, it's
We're
not
well
like he can
aware
do
that
anything
ghosts
to
can
you.
be killed.
Oh, well, that's true, I guess, yeah. Ooh. Do you know where the pool was that I was found?
No.
Did this will tell anyone? No. Okay. I kind of like give a look to everyone, like she's got a lot going on in her brain and like can't think of any other questions to ask. But leading comments could help since they're obviously not going to answer any questions from anybody else.
Haiku just flabbergasted by the sheer shit brainery coming out of this ghost. Hi, Tortu.
I'm just
You know what's
baffled
funny?
as to how someone can be so brainwashed
Yeah,
and
I
like
grew up
so
in New York.
easily led on.
It can
Yeah.
happen.
Me gesturing broadly at the U.S.
Which
Try
room
not
was
to put too
Caspian's room?
fine a point on it.
Wait, what'd you say?
Which room was Caspian's room?
Oh yeah, where was Caspian's room?
Shit, I didn't think of that. That's a really good point. Fuck. Oh, there's one upstairs, tucked
Bench.
away, his private quarters.
Maybe that would help us.
I'm gonna just.
Of course, nobody can go upstairs if they're a shiner.
I'll go take a look at it.
I won't go
Oh.
up the stairs.
Climb along the walls.
Technically true.
Well, you seem honest. Okay.
It's a really good question, Canuck. That's a
How
really good
easily they're led on.
Yeah, I'm gonna be back. I'll be back. I'm gonna go look.
Okay. Well, before you go to bed, you don't have to go. Whenever you're going. I was talking to Clive, thinking maybe it'd be really nice. The litany.
You need to be a bit close to your mic. You're cutting out.
Yeah.
a bit.
Yeah,
It
your
would be
audio's
really
louder.
nice if you read us the litanies.
I can do that.
I thought that would be a
Yeah,
bit nostalgic.
we'll do that after I go take a look at Caspian's room.
Okay.
I'm gonna head upstairs.
Cool. Is that with or without Randall?
I don't think Randall
you all
would go.
stay here, but you're free to move around as you please. I'm just gonna go check up this room upstairs that's on this wall with the window facing this direction, and I'll be right back.
Okay. That wasn't a. You could climb up this wall and come in this window direction.
Not a direction, just knowledge. That's where I'll be.
All right.
I think
Well,
Randall's too much of a stickler for the rules.
That's so funny. All right, I'm gonna go check out Caspian's room. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you make your way upstairs. You find yourself. You've not really been up here very often. Like I said, a couple of times you found one of the specific Assassin's Creed moment. Don't even need it with the slippers.
Yeah.
You've walked past some of the rooms. The larger kind of like teaching room that you've used occasionally, you can see is in a state of disrepair. It seems like a lot of the books have been kind of stripped out and moved, but that's not unfamiliar. Usually, that's what happens when you guys kind of pilgrimage back up the mountain. You take a lot of the stuff with you, books included, and sure enough, you find yourself directed to Caspian Kinshire's bedchambers. In here, you find that there is a large double bed. You find that there is a kind of a beautiful like vanity mirror that is on top of a nice big dresser and like a desk. And here you can see that there is almost like a small handwritten note. Actually, give me a investigation check. See how much I give away.
I'm gonna re-roll that. Boop 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 ba-doop boop boop. I'm gonna guidance myself because I know that I need
Randall
guidance
changes
while I'm
his
looking
mind and just
around.
climb outside. Okay. In
guess-
which case, you don't see a note.
Hold on. Let me see about if I have to take the lower version, or the new version when I re-roll, or if I get to choose. Wait, where is that? Nope, that's not right. Powered healing, magical guidance. Magical guidance, is that it? You must use the new roll. Potentially turning the failure into a success. Or otherwise. Okay, well, that sucks. I guess I'll guidance myself. 5 instead of 9. Could have just stuck with the 9, I guess. thought it couldn't get too much worse, and it got the most worse.
No, you don't find anything especially interesting from out here. What you do find is kind of old clothes and stuff. You do actually see an amulet that's somewhat similar to Randall's, but it's a lot less kind of impressive. Like it's almost like when he kind of graduated up the Purple Dragon Knights, he was given something a bit fancier, and he's kind of got an old one lying around. It kind of like has the House of Overskiers kind of logo on the front of it. You find some old kind of like clothes and stuff left behind. You see that there's a set of really nice quills. Like, this man understood the assignment when it came to find handwriting.
Are they?
He's bought some nice ones.
Are they organic or synthetic though? Because Randall can't use the organic ones; he has to use synthetic.
Well, they are synthetic.
He's allergic. Oh, nice synthetic quills, eh? I'm gonna nab those.
You can see that they're kind of like there's almost like a holder for them as well, like so you can like a customized grip almost that's like inlaid with a gilded golden kind of sigil of the House of Overskier on it. And he's got some. He's allergic. You see there's some like inkwells and stuff there as well. Old tunics, that kind of thing. There is plenty of kind of Saloonite religious iconography in here. It looks like the chest of drawers has been searched at some point.
At what point do I see Randall's head poking in the window or looking through the glass?
It's like finding the right window.
Oh, but hi, Jen.
Hello.
Thank you for the raid. Appreciate
Hi,
it.
Raiders.
Hello.
I'm in.
Hello.
You've arrived in a lore drop episode.
When I see Randall's face at the correct window, I do like a quiet sign and open it.
Carefully climb in. Is this it? Is this it?
And I show him the fancy quills. And I'm gonna stage whisper, I didn't see anything else interesting, but I'm also not very good at that.
Well, I'm probably gonna spend a lot of time looking in here if I can.
Yeah, I mean, you suspect that there maybe will be some company up here at some point, so it's not unlimited, but you can do some investigation if you want. Aura is loudly telling propaganda stories about the circus downstairs.
Yeah.
Like, Earl, have you heard about the circus? And like, is telling propaganda stories to try and be like, ghosts, can you hear me? What do you think about these propaganda stories? Isn't that crazy?
Hi, do you want to roll? Do you want to roll an investigation check?
Go on then.
And I'll
Aura,
guidance
do you want to
Randall.
roll a performance check to see how well you buy time?
Sure. Whoa, damn. Can I get an advantage because Nugget is doing interpretive dance for the propaganda story? Damn it.
Those ghosts should take a propaganda at the circus. Nice. Very good. Okay. Clive.
Oh, yes. Oh, I went to a circus once when I was very young. Oh, tell me more about your act. You said there was a hill giant. Very impressive, very dangerous, I'm sure.
He's enamored. Haiku, as you're exploring the grounds, you don't find anything that feels suspicious to you. You find that there is when you kind of poke your head around into the chapel area itself, and you can see that there are these two big quite large crystals that have kind of like they're almost under these kind of domes of glass, like almost crystal glass, that are perfectly underneath these two domes in the ceiling. The rest of it is, for the most part, like stonework. And you suspect that they are designed as such to catch moonlight and then kind of cast that moonlight around the room. In fact, they do tend to they cast different kind of rays of moonlight around the room. There's kind of like a particular like shaft that it has in one direction, but for the most part, it's just kind of spread around the room in a pretty pattern. You find some extremely moldy, desiccated old food that was left in the kitchen and unlooked after. You see that there's a sarcophagus that has not been touched in a very long time. Nothing really that is a note really to you. You go start poking around the bed bunks, and you find a grand total of 1 gold piece in copper pieces tucked between all of the bunks in total. This was not a place where people had expensive things.
Nope.
Things are looking up.
Do you want me to record that in the gold ledger for you? Your next gold.
Haiku plus 1 gold. Am I getting a perception investigation check from Randall?
I have some questions.
Yeah.
So first of all, I've assumed that Nurali has shown me. Well, she showed the quills. Did she also show me the talisman?
Yes. Because I did find that. The only other thing that I found. So I would hand that to you. Less excited about it because it seems less good than the one you have. More excited about the quills. Also this.
Am I surprised to see the Obuskia logo on this? Because I don't think we've seen that link before.
You're not surprised because the Purple Dragon Knights are quite closely tied to the royal family of Cormyr. So iconography associated with the Obuskia family is not.
They appear together. Okay.
Yeah.
Does the talisman have any gems in it?
It does not.
Like mine.
It does not have any slots.
Damn. Okay, then Randall will set about looking around.
And your guidance, so D4 on top whatever you roll. If I'm helping him to show him like where I've already looked or whatever, does that give him
Sure,
advantage?
you have advantage, yeah, okay.
I meant to ask that and I forgot. We're both bad at this. Okay, well, you know what? That D4.
9.
9. We got the 9 that we originally had.
Big old 9.
Good
How many rolls?
How many chances can a DM give?
How many rolls between us do we use to go
So
from
many.
a 9 all the way back around to a 9?
9. Oh, and with my D4 on my 1 made it a 5 too, so we both had 9s and 5s.
Randall now regrets taking the bandage off and not having.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Advantage on these things anymore.
No, you don't find anything. You do find evidence that this has been gone through by someone else, and not Nurali. You suspect someone else has probably come through here and tried to take anything of note.
I thought.
Oh, so he doesn't find the handwritten note.
No, there was definitely it's there, but neither of you find it because you both rolled so poorly.
Okay.
Damn it! I really thought there'd be something here, like something he might have left behind.
I guess maybe whoever came through before us, because it definitely looks like that's happened. Must have taken anything important.
I just imagine a world where Oro bursts through the door like, I smell people failing investigation rolls. Let me help.
Actually, the two best people at investigating are not the ones in the room right now. Like a +9 and a +10.
Sometimes you gotta split the party.
It does tend to get split up into these pairings.
Yeah.
The button pushers and the not button pushers.
Yeah.
Oh
It's the law crew and the do stuff crew.
Do I see any shards of stuff, any inkiness, nothing like that? Not
No.
even in. You're not even in small. Okay.
Hmm.
Ah, man, that's. I thought there was. I really thought there'd be something here.
That's going to plague us for weeks that we didn't find that.
Knowing that it's there. But
Yeah.
That we didn't find it.
Sorry.
Maybe anything more important that got left behind is up in the mountain. But that would be harder to get to. Unless this person is in control of the dragon. In which case it might be very easy for them to get to it.
Yeah, well, I suppose I better sneak back.
Yeah. I'll close the window after you.
I would make you roll a terrible roll for that. You managed to find your way out of the room.
When Randall gets back, Haiku and Aura are like, so yeah, you find anything?
Not a thing, it was so weird.
No. Well, I found these cool, quills.
Whoa.
They're synthetic as well. What are the chances?
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Hereditary
Yeah.
allergy. Is there
I'm
any?
never going to use them.
Is there any item of clothing, maybe from his wardrobe, that Randall would have been interested in procuring?
There were tunics and stuff.
Does he have a fancy pair of pajamas? Like unworn pair of
Yeah, that would
pajamas?
be it. It would be the pajamas.
Yeah, just one incredibly luxurious pair of
Excellent.
pajamas that have been left behind, and you suspect from reading the context clues around you that they have an aversion to things to nice things. So those would probably be why they were left there.
Yep, I'll take
And
those.
it's definitely going to end up with like a Salune motif on it, so they're like night sky and stars or something like that. Very typical sleep pants. I'll come back downstairs disappointed.
Sometimes the dice be like that.
Yeah.
To be.
This is the time to play the sound alert of remember I'm not playing a bard. I don't get plus 12 to everything, I guess. She'll come back downstairs like slightly dejectedly and kind of like wander back into the little chapel and get ready to read the litanies
Okay,
for Phoebe and Clive.
lovely. Are the rest of you guys going to sit in and listen to the liturgy?
Yeah, Faro can't sneak upstairs and try and look in their room. Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, the ghosts will be distracted.
I don't think Haiku would, after all they've heard so far from this.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, so you probably go.
No offense to Nerly or anything, but
We all know what her strengths are, and her strengths are definitely not necessarily like looking through things thoroughly. This has come up on multiple occasions. And she obviously comes downstairs not excited about anything. So
I mean, if Nerly's gonna have essentially Clive and Phoebe distracted by reading out the liturgies, I would allow Oro to stealth upstairs.
Okay, I'll do it. I bet I could keep watch for me.
you mean just stand at the bottom of the stairs or something?
Well, just like nearby, you know. And then Kakar, if
Against the
something's going
wall.
wrong and I need to get out of there, you know.
Kakar.
Yeah, like your coffin. Just
Gotcha.
pretend like your coffin or something. But like Kakar, yeah.
Oh, that's a different noise.
No, you know, make it a thing.
Okay.
This is not going to go wrong.
I'm gonna pass without trace myself.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm solid. Feel me.
Solid, feel me.
You solid. All right, so you get a 21.
21.
Wonderful. So you quietly find yourself upstairs. There are several rooms around you. Many of them or most of them are bedrooms. There is one room that looks more like a small study, almost a classroom.
Okay. Wait, so I only see a classroom, or I see a bedroom as well?
There are other bedrooms as well. Most of the doors are shut.
Okay, I want to go to the bedrooms then.
Okay, so the first door that you open is a gentle, quiet push. Up here is just a shit ton of cobwebs with very old, like cleaning, like brooms and stuff, kind of tucked aside. You can see in here that there is the kind of the I don't want to say this is creepy. The two skeletons of Clive and Phoebe, their arms linked here in there. You can see their jammies have got their names kind of embroidered on them, hung up against the wardrobe. The room is small, very modest. This is where they became ghosts.
Oh. Shut that door.
Quite
Put
romantic.
those skeletons back in the closet.
Yeah, leave those ones there. The next door, please.
Okay, you open another door. This one appears to be recently rifled through. You suspect this is Caspian Kinshire's room. You can see that there's some marks in the dust on the floor.
Okay. I want to also step in the marks that are on the floor if I have to.
Okay, yeah. Give me an investigation check.
Can I reach?
24.
Oh, Jesus, okay, yeah. So you find...
Oh, because like this armful of stuff.
What are you guys on about?
We need to talk.
You find a handwritten note, very fine penmanship. This particular handwritten note says, I will not be coming back this spring, as I have been tasked with a mission of utmost importance by the Royal House of Oberskier. I suspect that they are planning on promoting me. Lots of love to you, Moonbeam, from Caspian Kinshire.
I'll leave that there. No, I'm kidding. I'll take that. Just like, cool. Doesn't seem important. Leave that note. Never tell anyone about it ever again.
Yeah, they must have seen this and just decided it wasn't important. It's so obvious.
It was right on the table. I'll take it.
You find another note as well.
Oh.
This is more of a kind of it reads more like a short extract of it's a note torn out of a journal kind of thing, and it's got CK written next to it. It has the word bath next to it, the name Escarial underneath it as well. The name Bath is crossed out, and instead the name is Alrius.
Oh shit. Okay. Pocket that. Is there anything else in here?
That is all.
Okay. Can I go in? Is there another, like, closed bedroom? Or is there just the classroom left?
The classroom is left. There are several other little bedrooms that you can poke around if you fancy.
Yeah, I'll have a quick, little, opening the door, seeing if anything looks, worth going in there for.
Dogs. So you're kind of poking into some of the other rooms. You don't seem to find anything that really tickles your fancy. It's mostly because you know that last one was for, Caspian's room, that you need to look a little bit closer. These rooms you kind of whip open the door. You're looking for anything. Is there anything exciting in here? No, not really. Close the door. And that nothing else is really excites you about the other rooms.
Okay. Alright, I go back down. Go back down and act natural.
What's a bath? When a stomach and a person hate each other very much.
You find what, Shara?
Yeah, I found 2 notes.
Oh, we're whispering now.
Yeah.
What did the notes say?
It was a talk about I think the old party that Caspian was in. Because I recognize the name Barth. But Barth's name's crossed out, and I think it's the name of that person that was mentioned earlier. I show the notes. I don't want to read them out loud.
Okay.
I'll give these to Randall.
Yep. Nobody passed.
Yep.
Highest intelligence score, no interest in the law.
Not no interest, it's just too much. Not no interest. It's simply not knowing.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is Bath?
We know Barth was in Caspian's old adventuring party from the
And was a kobold.
from before you joined from the dungeon we went
This is
into.
why.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
maybe is
A long time
should
ago.
be in the story of
Yeah,
PowerPoint.
Yeah.
it was hard to know.
Didn't think it was important.
Yeah.
Yeah, Haiku isn't like disinterested. They're just
So-
stood there not knowing what the clue is happening.
So what has been revealed here is that Alrius, who is the person that you've just heard a bunch about, i.e. coming into Neurali's community and essentially converting them into the philosophy of kill anyone that takes power away from our goddess of the moon, Selune. Think
The most
people like-
charismatic guy ever, presumably.
Yes, the most charismatic guy ever. Coming along with some evidence that allegedly that Caspian had been hiding something like a very powerful artifact of Shah that he'd gotten from the Feywild. We've just come to the revelation that he was a party member.
Called Bath.
So, one of
Okay.
the first episodes we had way back when, way before you joined us, we had a guest on who played a character named Harlow. We met them, and they were in the sewers in Nesmith, and they started calling us by different names. Randall was called Caspian, Ora was called Barf, and I was called Escarel. And as we resolved that, it turned out that Harlow had been part of one of Caspian's original adventuring parties. And I think we later presumed Barf to be the orc person, and we knew that he fell because we found him in the goblin area. Okay.
Barf
No.
was a kobold.
He was a
Barf was a
kobold, yeah.
kobold. Okay. Well, Barf was a party member. That being crossed out and replaced with Alaria suggests that, yeah, as Tom said, early adventuring party member who must
What is
have
that?
apparently a grudge of some kind.
Is that replaced, or was it their name wasn't actually Bath and their name was actually...
Oh.
I mean, I guess he could have been like
Alaris.
master.
Sir Roderick was Bath this whole time.
Oh God.
Don't do that to me.
He is
Maybe-
very old.
Wait, I'm gonna like whisper to Haiku. Haiku, when they were talking about that Alrius person, did they say what they looked like? Like what race they were? I'm saying this also out loud to the like.
I'm sure they said they were a drow.
What, they weren't sure. They said one of those, what you call them?
Oh,
a
yeah,
drow.
maybe a drow. Okay,
So they weren't,
okay.
Yeah.
they weren't like sure.
Gotcha.
Maybe they weren't a drow.
Okay.
Or maybe they were a drow.
Right. So they weren't the same as Barth.
So, whilst you guys are poking around upstairs, Neurali is chanting the liturgies.
Mhm.
So you are essentially doing a little bit of hymn reading.
Mhm.
You're doing the liturgy of the graceful moon, which is usually finished off with the sacrament of St. June. That is kind of a hymn / sort of poem sort of thing that is usually accompanied by a small amount of magic. It is the kind of like the most basic starter ritual just for kind of like a cleansing of the spirit before bed, kind of a like bog standard nightly practice that you guys, as practicing acolytes, would have gone through every night. It's something that you do on the regular still, and involves a little bit of magic, usually just a bit of, thaumaturgy / prestidigitation sort of thing, using moonlight if you can get it. So you are kind of going through the motions. It's a touching moment between yourself and Clive and Phoebe. As you
My
are
doting murderous grandparents. Sorry, continue.
your doting murderous grandparents, as you are reading through kind of going through the motions and reading out the lyrics, as it were, the lighting in the room takes a drastic shift, almost. At the same time, Randall, your grimoire kind of shatters itself open. Its pages, some of them kind of fall out of there and start spilling out into the room itself. It slams itself open, hovers itself in front of you, right? And you can see that the pages start turning and turning and turning and turning. As they do so, the light in the room of the ritual, which is you guys are maybe down the hall, turns into a dark purple. And the ritual is definitely going awry.
Right.
Oh no.
Randall, you hear a voice in your head.
Oh no.
Oh, this is going to be good.
And it says, Randall Dundragon, why are you being so distant to me? And at the same time, Haiku. Specifically Haiku, because you were doing your investigations earlier. You note that one of the doors that you had previously inspected for suspicious activity was previously closed, is now open, and you see wet paw prints on the stone.
Do the paw prints look at all like the word something beast?
Displacer.
Yes.
Displacer beast, yeah. They're
Yeah.
Displacer beast paw, aren't they?
Yeah.
Shit.
All right, on that, we're going to have a bio break.
Okay.
Oh, great. Good. I'm so glad.
And there will be a surprise round after you guys roll initiative.
If we never come back from the bio break, then we can have a go.
True, character save.
Yeah. I want to make a save state here, please.
Yeah.
We'll just control Z it, it's fine.
Hold a grudge so hard you erase a person from existence doesn't roll off the tongue. I mean, that's this is you reduce the campaign to its bare essentials. Right, it's bio break time. If you're new here, welcome. What a time to join us in a big old lore dump episode.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure to have you here. We are doing a little bio break. Usually our bio breaks are however long it takes us to do. That's just us peeing, getting a drink, whatever we need to do. Does not take long. Whoa! I'm gone.
We'll be right back.
Oh, Jesus.
While
we'll
we're
be
gone,
right back.
read the lore. You can
Feel
catch
free.
up so you can
Try
understand
your best.
what happens.
I'm changing the title to Displacer Beasts, aka Friendly Pals, right? I'm pretty sure that's it. I'm pretty sure. Ads have already played, so I can't run another one. Be right back.
Right, time to catch up on the lore myself again. Hello, chat. How is everyone?
Blum. Hello.
Hello.
The only bad thing of joining a game midweek campaign is that all the things you don't know. Well, precisely. I was talking to Jack about this the other day, actually, and mentioned how it was difficult because a lot of the campaign was I planned it all around our initial adventurers, and I've got plans. I've got plans for Haiku. They just haven't come to fruition. There's stuff, important stuff. But I mean, you've got the
When do
law.
we discover that Haiku is all of our grandparents?
Imagine. You wake up one morning, you're all starting to grow shelves.
Oh no! Must be
you
some
get
kind of Feywild curse.
Once you got the law document, some of it comes together. Can I? Are you? Is it me? Is it me? You're asking me if I can do a Brummie accent, or are you asking Jack? Because I cannot do a Brummie accent. The only part of the Brummie accent I can do is when I was a kid, I used to watch, I can't remember what it was, a TV show where they would always do a Birmingham accent, but they would just say the word Birmingham, and that was it.
Birmingham.
That's the only word I've ever heard.
I could do one like I'm from Dudley. You just got to really take things slowly.
I want to tell you that that's really accurate. I really want to tell you that. I'd love to say it was the show was Brum. It was not Brum.
Brum was set in Birmingham, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was it?
I
set
always
up Burton
say
on the Water.
Oh, I thought it was Birmingham.
Well, that's where you can go and see Brum now.
Oh, okay.
So I've seen Brum in the flesh.
British television.
Doesn't move as much in the flesh.
Brum is the story of a small, sentient replicant car who ventures out into the big town.
It says set in Birmingham, England.
Maybe it is.
Yeah.
Maybe is the intro film there or something?
Depends, because it was revived. It was revived in 2002. Oh no, it was 1991 till 2002. Revived in 2016 on YouTube.
On
like
YouTube?
A full list of all the characters in it. What the hell?
And the biggest claim to fame that I have is that someone I worked with, her husband, acted in the intro sequence for Brum. He was one of the dancers.
I love that there's dancers in the intro to Brum, and I have no idea.
All I remember is Brum driving over a bridge. That is the only memory I have of the intro.
I think he went in a tunnel, right? You went in a tunnel for a little bit of it.
I remember the old guy.
But it wasn't. It was the 2000s one that he was in, not the 90s one.
Oh.
Brum song from the early 2000s.
Oh, that'd be why I don't know that one.
Yes. It's all coming.
Wait, I've been to this place. I even know where this is.
What are we talking about?
Very niche British children's TV shows.
Yeah.
Mr. Blobby. No.
Oh,
okay.
no, but iconic.
I mean, we're not talking about that, but there's also iconic.
Was that even a children's thing?
Mr. Blobby? Yeah.
Was it? I only remember it from like the Generation game. That's the only point at which.
I only know it because of the adult British comedies I watched as a kid. It was mentioned in a couple of them, or at least just one of them.
I think in this Brum intro, the like car museum that it starts in is the one that's Burton on the Water, where Brum now is. Right. You can go visit Brum.
Wow.
Brum.
Yeah, somehow talking about an even more niche British TV show
Anyway.
than Mr. Blobby.
It was mentioned in an episode of The Vicar of Dibley, therefore I know it exists.
I remember he always
Oh.
used to catch a criminal. Yeah, yeah. He was a he was a good guy.
I don't know, was he
Good guy,
borderline
that
police
Brum.
then?
Oh my god, you had a show called To
Oh my
Catch a
god, you're
Criminal?
right. Did we? I don't know. Maybe. But we're talking about Brum. Brum was a
Yeah.
car. He was a car that was going around catching criminals.
There's a little
that's
yellow
cool.
car which could never have fitted a normal sized person in it.
Oh no. So Brum also in the intro drives about 100 miles because the intro part is definitely leaving Burton on the water and then it goes to Birmingham.
Wow.
So Brum is fast.
Brum
We
on the
can't
motorway.
show his face, like where he lives, in case like the criminals recognise him.
It's true. It's true. It's like vigilantes have to protect their identities, you know?
Right. Oh crap. Yeah. D&D. Right.
Just on the Wikipedia page
Let's
for
talk
Brum.
about tugs instead.
I'm assuming I should drop myself right here. Oh,
Oh, don't you worry about that. Don't you worry about that.
yeah, I guess not. It won't even let me do it anyway.
Because it's technically not a part of the thingy thing. It's on the token layer.
Oh, yeah.
It's on the token layer, so you can't do stuff to it. Let me put you all in here, and I'm going to move you over to a new map.
Oh,
Whoa.
pretty lights.
Oh no.
That's good, right? We like pretty
Focus.
lights.
Oh, cool.
It's like Christmas.
Wow. Oh, some shards. Wow.
Don't like the big crystal motifs.
It's all right. They're
Oh,
white.
no.
They're white shards. They're not purple shards. We're safe.
Oh, okay.
Or at least they're not
Well.
full yet.
Okay. Now, let's start thinking about where people would have been given the conversations that were just happening. So, Nurali would be right up the front. Our ghosts will have been like, oh, fuck, bye. And Delta Split, so we don't need to worry about them. Our other party members, like Oro and Randall and Haiku and Nugget, were probably distant. You guys were all the way over here.
Wow.
I should have line of sight of the door, though. Should I not?
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
Over there.
Okay.
So please roll initiative.
Could I petition for advantage since the door and the paw prints I saw?
You know what? Everyone else is going to have a surprise round. You will not have a surprise round.
Oh, thank you. Well,
Ooh.
so no advantage, but also no surprise.
No, that is more important.
It's better
that
than
means-
no advantage.
Yeah, it means that you get a turn, whereas no one else gets a turn.
Honestly,
We'll get
14 is a
fucked, and then
pretty
we get a
decent
turn.
roll for me for initiative.
Given the -1, for sure.
Even with that, I usually get like sub 8.
Do you have your goggles of initiative thingy?
Oh yeah, I could do. That's a re-roll, isn't it? Nah, I'm happy with 14.
You're still ahead of me.
The upper
Yeah,
75%, you know.
Yeah.
Sure. Okie dokie. Well, it's about to get real bad in here for one person.
Yeah, I wonder who.
I want to make this clear that I don't have a vendetta against Katie or Nurali.
No, this makes perfect sense for the story.
Yeah,
I was
I
being
did
sassy
ask-
because, like,
The story that you made.
The story I made, but I did ask explicitly if you all wanted to listen to the liturgy, and you all left the room to do other things.
and I'm the one who was like waffling for forever on what character I was going to make, and then made an Aasimar divine soul sorcerer who came from a cult. So you know,
You also
like,
you also made the prime mistake of giving me lots of information for your backstory, which makes you a target. It makes you a big old
I
target.
always do that though. I I always hand a DM a backstory with holes, so they can do what they would like with it and hurt me and the party however they would like with it.
So, what Sir Roderick is on here? I've got.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
yeah.
Sir Roderick's here! Bring him
Yeah,
down!
I've got
Like a game
old,
show style.
Yeah.
Come on down.
Come on down, Sir Roderick.
from our last combat.
Oh god, where's Earl? I hope he's somewhere safe. He probably does not need to be involved in all that.
Earl is heavily snoring in the
Thank
bunk.
Oh, hallelujah.
Leave that man be. Alright. Those are just me pressing buttons for no reason. Don't listen to all the buttons I just pressed.
Okay.
And if you hear any more buttons being pressed, ignore those too.
You're just trying to get first. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get first. In Jenny's chat. I've rolled very poorly, which doesn't matter that much for a surprise round. And that one and that one. Oh my god. I got 3 nat ones.
No.
not good.
I like the way this is
Oh
going so far.
no.
So they just leave out of embarrassment, I think.
They all trip over, get out of the portal.
Like, genuinely, the vast majority of them have their turns after you guys. Don't worry, guys. We've got some names.
Oh shit.
Was Grand Wizard a banned term?
Yes, I don't know why.
Apparently. It's
I know why.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the link is, but I definitely have heard it from something else.
Oh.
It's very relevant to America.
So it's a very racist institution.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
I know there was some link in there.
Also, what a silly name.
Yeah.
It is a very goofy.
Taking
stupid
yourself
name.
seriously and calling yourself that.
Is the Freemasons?
No.
Is it?
No.
Are
Well,
you sure? Do they have
They
that
may,
as
they
well?
may share that name.
Oh, I
then,
see.
yeah. I suspect there was a lot of overlap in those particular
possibly.
secret, not so secret militant groups.
Okay, right. Well, let's move away from day-to-day music and on to da 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 da
Fight music.
Fight music. Which will eventually kick in, probably.
Well, yeah,
Slightly less
The
well-known
daughter
than-
of hatred, and it's so quiet.
Slightly less well known than going in against a Sicilian when death is on the line, giving a DM your backstory that can hurt you.
Okay, all right. Well, there are a number of enemies on the field.
Mhm.
You may note that you cannot see them at the moment.
Yeah.
We're about to
we
change
had
that.
some kind of item that would allow us to see things.
Pop those guys on there.
Actually, yeah, since you got rid of a blindfold, we really needed it.
Is seeing the sky worth it, Randall? I'm kidding.
Lil
It's against
PogChamp.
Randall,
Oh, Lil PogChamp.
Lil PogChamp. These are all names that have been added in the chat. Feel free to redeem them. I mean, you won't see anything
Gold
maybe for
Emperor,
this
Gold
particular combat, but
Walked doll, slower version of Randall.
so this is a
Okay.
surprise round. There's one of these attacks that goes against Nerly.
I can still shield.
Okay, you can try.
Yeah, I will. Yeah.
Okay, what's your AC after the shield?
18.
Okay, so the first one still hits you. You take. Can you take reactions in surprise rounds?
I would think because it's a reaction, but I don't know, Adam.
Maybe you can't. Regardless,
No.
you get stabbed out of nowhere. A shard of shadow pierces your flesh as you are chanting the liturgy, and you take a grand total of 17 points of damage. You've got some resistance to necrotic, but is that only when you're in Asimar form, like big
Nope.
wings and stuff?
Always have.
Okay, in
always
which
have
case you are going to take
And no, it turns out I can't take a reaction, surprisingly.
12 points in damage instead.
Okay, 12 total. Halved
Yes,
already.
that is post halving. You also. Oh no! Oh no! Your strength score is reduced by 3.
Oh no!
By 3?
That's quite a bit.
That's a whole actual
It was
point,
only
at least.
8 to begin with, so we're at 5 now.
So is that -2 modifier? Or is that
-3.
-1 modifier? -3!
8
How
is
do we even
-1.
keep standing at that point?
I don't know.
Okay.
Let's see.
So something is moving in the darkness. And this individual's called Egg Sheeran.
Wait, doesn't Haiku get to go?
Oh wait, yeah.
Haiku's not
Yeah,
so
all
he
right.
does get
All
to
right,
go.
yeah, Haiku gets to go. Haiku gets to go.
Lovely.
I scream.
Haiku, you see that the door is open. There are paw prints on the ground. You hear the scream of Nerdy in the other room.
Which way the paw print's leading? Like towards me or like to the basically downwards?
They actually appear to have stopped dead in front of you.
Oh, there's some stupid rule where I can't actually shoot something unless I can physically see it in there.
Depends on what you want to hit it with.
Alright, with my action, I will summon my tiny Eldritch Cannon, which will be its flamethrower form this time.
Okay.
I'm gonna move up twice. Wait.
You aren't. You're going to bump into something.
Oh.
You're going to see a spectral shimmer as a large tentacled cat appears directly in front of you. Ow!
So do I have to move back one space or?
Back to next to Nugget.
Ah, so I can't move at all.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in that case, it's just gonna be flaming down that corridor then.
Okay.
I just need to refresh my mind. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Now we can use the new cone feature.
For a cone
Ooh.
feature?
No, wait,
Oh
we
my
hate
God.
Roll20. Don't speak good about it.
Roll20 sucks.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
shit.
Down with Roll20.
Stupid cone feature.
In his cones.
Okay, it needs to make
All
a
about
dex,
arcs.
needs to make a dex saving throw against my spell save DC.
Yeah, which is
17.
it succeeds.
It takes half damage then.
It takes no damage.
No damage.
As it ducks and dives out of the plume of fire that you shoot over its head. It
Wait,
deftly
what?
avoids the damage.
It just
Like
what?
evasion, one might say.
It has a trait that would avoid damage. You get to feel the
Fucking-
pain of it. Feel the pain of a DM.
Thanks, you. You know what? I remember when you used to you streamed Dark Souls 3 a couple of times, and someone came into your chat moaning that you were leveling Dex, and we told them to go away. And you know what? I agree with them. Fucking Dex users.
What a callback! Wow.
Wow, I don't remember
Jack's
that.
been holding on to that for years.
Yeah.
Waiting.
My brain is tailored to figure out shit. Is there anything flammable in that corridor at least, Tom?
I mean, the plant
Weeds?
life will kind of combust into nothingness pretty quickly.
Oh my God, have you
Well,
just
anything
set
that's
everything on fire
flammable
again?
sets on fire.
Okay. Well, that's not a lot. The tree itself, I guess,
Good.
depends on what the range on your
15-foot cone.
15-foot cone. Okay. Not anything then. That's just a big shoot. Can you see that cone?
No.
No, I can't.
Nope.
Probably on the
Okay.
I
GM
haven't see a
layer.
tool to make a cone.
I also don't see that tool.
It's underneath the. Oh, I don't know.
I know the
looks
turn
like a
order's just disappeared.
I can do polygon.
Turn orders disappear? God damn it! So many buttons in this. There we go. It's on the ruler tab, like the ruler bit.
Oh, it's a ruler rather than a shape. Okay.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas there's like a drop down and you can change it.
Oh,
from
yeah,
round
I am
to
on the
square,
Gmail, that
circle,
might-
cone.
Oh, yeah.
Well, regardless, now it's Lodder's turn. Lodder, just Lodder.
It's like Usher and Cher and Beyonce. Lodder.
Lodder.
Just
The
Lodder.
God Emperor Godder. And Walked Doll, slower version of Randall. He actually can attack you. Good for him, you know. 18 was your armor class after your shield.
It turns out I can't shield.
Oh wait, you can't
so-
shield anyway.
yeah.
Your armor class then is, what was it, 13?
13,
Yeah, 13. Okay. Nerdy is in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
You take... God.
If it's necrotic, it's halved.
Yeah. Then... That is... 14 points of damage in total. That's after halving the necrotic damage.
Okay.
That is it for now. I'm going to rule that your strength can only be sapped once per turn.
I appreciate that.
Randall!
You can live for at least one more turn.
Koki. This guy. As this individual passes through let me put this over here. A beam of moonlight that is directed by one of these crystals along here. Can you see this now?
Yeah.
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 As he
White
moves
boy.
through this beam, okay, so along the beam of the crystal beam there, it is revealed to you. Oh my gosh, I want the ruler thing to go away after I use it. There's so many things. This guy, his name is Imperino Pepperoni.
What an appropriate name.
And his movement is stalled briefly. Then we have Milek T over here. And once again,
Poor
Nerdy's
Nerdy.
in
Oh, God.
big shit.
Oh no.
Oh, that's okay, I rolled 2 sevens. A little PogChamp.
Mm-hmm.
We're no longer in a surprise round, but you haven't had a move yet, so I don't know if that still counts. Regardless, you can shield if you fancy.
Yeah, I think she would at this point. She's pretty scared.
Okay,
So 18.
that is still too much.
I figured.
She takes 9 points of damage
Okay.
from the little PogChamp. Nugget, Oro, Haiku, no. All of your turns are so bunched together.
Yeah. Okay, we know someone's next to Haiku, right? Or at least that's what we've seen.
Yes.
Um,
Well, you guys have you've heard Nerly scream, and then you've seen Haiku go and just like shoot out a jet of flame, which has kind of revealed a cowering tentacled like feline. I swear I had tokens specifically for Displacer Beasts, but I cannot for the life of me find out where. Are you? So that area you are currently in
Yeah.
does not have a ceiling, so you can fly. Anywhere else has a ceiling. The creature that Haiku has just done a burst of fire damage at is standing in the square that you currently are, so you've essentially moved forward a bit, bumped into them.
Okay. So I need to go back because of logistics.
Yeah,
can
but
I
at least
go
you
here?
can you know that it's
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
there.
still there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, can I go here instead?
Yeah.
I'm gonna ignite my blade by saying, "See you later, fucko," and flame tongue it.
Okay.
Does that hit?
That is a miss.
I'm gonna use the luck to re-roll it.
Okay.
20.
That's a hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I get a sneak attack on it.
Damn right.
I'm gonna do Hunter's Mark on it as well. That one, thank God.
Well, you might not be able to Hunter's Mark if it's a bonus, and you've turned on your sword.
You've turned on your sword. Yeah, I turned on. Yep. Yeah. Okay, never mind. Okay, yeah. Okay. And then Nugget's gonna bite at the same time.
Yeah. That's a hit.
18 for 6.
Yeah.
And then bite
and
on
they get another attack.
Their own turn. 15.
It's another hit. Oh. It's a sizable chunk of damage considering you rolled like shit for your sneak attack. That was a 2, a 1, a 3, and a 2.
Oh, sad. And I just want to move like around it. Like, is that okay? Am I?
So feel out where it is. Come back a little bit. One back square down. Yeah. So this thing is a 2x3.
Oh, okay.
So it's big.
Right,
it's very big.
So like
solves the question I was just about to ask.
Well, how wide is it?
All right. So anything you want to say on your turn?
We need to get to Nurly fast. Randall, maybe you should go. I'm just edging around it just to stay in its radius, but be closer.
Sure. Haiku, you're up.
So, I'm guessing I can't grapple it.
You cannot grab something you can't see.
We know it's there, though, don't we?
But you cannot see it.
Okay.
But also, for those of you who are rules nerds in the chat, of those I know there are multiple. This is definitely not the original Displacer Beast. This is like an alpha Displacer Beast.
Right. Well, in that case, it's flame time again.
Okay.
You have to do another dex save, DC 17.
Okay, I think you're probably okay there. It's 15 feet.
Yeah, I can just shoot it like between.
I mean, even if you do it straight on, it's not going to hit.
Oh, okay, yeah, we'll be fine
okay there. Okay, all right. So dex save. 20 against your 17, right?
17, yeah.
It fails.
Oh, thank God.
I rolled very badly.
Yeah.
Oh 15, my goodness. Okay.
15 fire damage.
Yeah.
I can still like punch it, can't I?
You can always punch it.
Even though I can't see it. That was my bonus, yeah.
Yeah. So you can attack at something with disadvantage in front of you.
With disadvantage. Oh.
Yeah. Still a hit.
Oh shit! Nice.
So you kind of big old burst of flame once again, kind of wreathes this creature in your blast, and then you kind of like swipe and catch it with your claws as well. Anything you want to say in your turn?
Run, Randall! Run!
Nurly, your ritual has gone awry.
Yeah. Big time.
You've turned around, the ghosts have Delta split. The ghosts have Delta split and instead have been replaced by these spectral figures, each of them wielding 2 daggers and malice in the pits of their eyes. You see nothing but shadow taking human form. These guys are, it appears, trying to avoid the light that you can see coming from these crystal beams. The crystal beams are being generated by the moonlight that is being kind of generated almost by your ritual. And from kind of like crystalline structures in the glass above, as the domes above the crystals that Haiku recognized earlier, and are kind of falling onto the crystals themselves and being directed.
Okay. I see this thing being measuring. This thing was like exposed by the light, and you said they're all trying to avoid the light too.
Yeah.
The light from the crystals that's being like shot out in a beam, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How wide is the light?
It is however wide this beam tool is. There you go. 5 foot, I guess.
Okay. I think she notices that, but doesn't think that would necessarily stop them from attacking her, at least yet. Maybe she'll change her mind about that in the future.
Sure.
So action, she unleashes the divine energy within herself and activates Radiant Soul, wings shoot out, glimmery, glowy eyes stuff. Bonus action, I'm going to spend sorcery points, quick and spell. I'm going to spend 2 sorcery points to cast Mirror Image.
Okay.
So there are now 4 of me.
Wonderful.
Moving around.
Uh-huh.
Let me mark my duplicates here. So that's action and bonus action, and I can't really very well move. So I'm just gonna kind of hope that does it for now, and that's it for me.
Any screams, shouts, noises you want to make?
I think as she's unleashing the like divine radiance from within, she looks probably just there's like the crystals that are like affixed to the ceiling, but there's not like a skylight or anything like that.
It would be considered a skylight, yeah.
Okay. Just looking up into the night sky and audibly beseeching Selene and Seraphina for help.
Pretty please.
Yes.
Okie dokie. Right. Well, now we have there we go. Egg Sheeran appears in front of Randall.
Oh, hi, Egg Sheeran. Big fan.
And makes 2 attacks against Randall.
Egg
Okay. Yeah.
One of those hits, doing doing 15 points of damage. As one of its tentacles lashes out and slaps you.
Owie.
You can see the deep malice in its eyes. Unsurprisingly, these guys all share the same kind of malice. They're all here for a reason, and that reason is to kill you guys.
Where is this malice?
They are, for some reason, deeply against you. It's crazy. Egg Sheeran, you'd think he'd be a chill guy. Here we are, moving on to Lauder. Just Lauder. Lauder, just Lauder. Crikey, Merrily is having a bad time. Listen, I don't have many target options in this room.
No, totally fair. This is exactly what I would expect. We literally just had like an hour's worth of conversation about how I specifically am being targeted for assassination. So this is exactly what I would expect.
Yeah, okay, here we go. And you take...
So if the attack hits, I'll have to roll a d20 to determine whether it hits one of my duplicates instead.
Okay, roll a d20 then.
6 or higher to switch it to a duplicate. Okay, so the first attack... how many attacks do each of them get?
Shape of yolk.
Yeah.
2.
Okay, so the first one is directed to a duplicate. Do they hit with the second one too?
The first one was a miss.
Okay.
The second one was a hit.
Okay, so the second one got directed to a duplicate, and I now have 2 duplicates.
Okay, well, that's good, because that was going to do a lot of damage. Lodder, in which case, missed. Don't worry, it's now time for the God Emperor Godder. So silly. Which is going to attack you twice. Both of these hit. Oh, no, wait, one of them misses, because you've got an 18 AC after shielding.
Mm-hmm.
So one of
Isn't
them
it-
hits.
do that
Isn't
now.
it the duplicate's AC that you need to care about?
No.
Duplicate's AC equals 10 plus your dexterity modifier. You roll the redirect first, I think, if I'm reading that right.
Oh, okay.
You roll
hold
the
on.
d20 to redirect it, and then if it redirects, then it's there.
The shape
Right.
of Yolk is about him and Humpty Dumpty. Love it.
So their
Really
AC is
awesome.
only 12. Oh, and I guess since I had my turn, my shield hadn't been cast again. So it redirected the hit to the duplicate, and its AC was 12, assuming... Wait, hold on. Each time a creature targets you with an attack during the spell's duration. So I guess even
So
if
when
it
it's-
misses...
Even if it misses, it goes against the AC of the illusion instead of you.
Okay, so then what the
Yes,
first
you do
one...
redirect first.
Yeah, so I redirected the one that would have missed me also. So what was its... was it a 12?
We
not an
don't
18?
worry about the last attacks. We're
Okay.
moving to today's attacks. This right
Okay.
now, you've had 2 attacks against you.
Okay.
A
Let me
22 and
roll.
a 16.
Okay. Boop. That one gets directed. The first one gets redirected.
Okay.
So then that one will get hit.
Yeah.
Attack
So that's
duplicate is
2 gone.
destroyed. And then if I... With 1 duplicate, you must roll an 11 or higher. Okay, so that third one was redirected too.
Okay. So that means you've got, what, 1 duplicate left?
No, I'm out of duplicates now.
Oh, out of duplicates now. Okay.
Yeah, there are only 3.
A walked, dull, slower version of Randall is going to get a go.
Much meaner as well, and not as handsome.
These both hit.
And now that it's like I had a turn again and I can use my reaction, if he hits me with 1, I will use shield.
Okay. Yeah, these both still hit.
Okay. 18 still hits then.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's a way that I could do like half in the, it's like half of the outcome of this. That is 12 points of damage from the first attack.
Is that already halved?
That's already halved. Yeah.
Whoops, hold on, I did that wrong.
I was like, oh my god.
I accidentally put like a period in there and it ruined everything. There we go.
Okay, and then 8 points of damage.
8? Oh, gee. Okay, I'm still awake.
And
Barely.
you lose. How much strength are you on right now, Nerily?
5.
you...
Did you just true death me?
No, you lose 4 points of strength.
Fuck me.
Oh dear!
I'm at a -5 bonus to my strength.
It's real
score.
important that we get Nerily out of there!
Yeah, sure is.
Okay,
If only we weren't locked in combat with something else.
listen. It's not like I designed this thinking you guys are all going to leave Nerily on her own. Randall.
Don't.
Randall.
Okay, I have some questions.
Uh,
Tome still, is it just like floating in the
It
air?
is floating around just adjacent to you,
Okay.
whispering sweet nothings.
That's reassuring. It's not
You could do
reassuring.
so much right now. Unleash my power, Randall.
No.
I'll
So
leave
Randall's
you.
just gonna.
I know you are
Because nobody else can
by the
hear
s-
that, right?
The secret knowledge that I have within me.
And nobody else can hear that, right? It's just Randall.
I assume
So,
none of us are.
Randall's-
Correct. Yes,
Yeah.
it is just you.
Randall's just gonna like shout like, "I don't have time for you right now. This is not the time."
Always
And then-
assume they're going to leave Nerily on their own.
No.
So what we're going to do is we're going to spend a key point to do Step of the Wind.
Okay.
which allows me to dash as a bonus action, which allows me to run 60 feet, which allows me to run all the way over to Thar.
Okay.
Thar.
And get whacked. Or not get whacked.
Mysteriously, it does not seem to attack you as you run.
Cool, that works for me.
Ask no questions.
Not right now. So, I think coming into this scene, Randall sees Nurali surrounded by shadowy figures, and I imagine with one strength, like barely able to even like stand up.
One strength and 3 hit points.
And one strength
like,
looks really bad. And so Randall's like, okay, what the hell can I do? And what he's gonna do is he's gonna
unleash me.
It's not the time.
Oh, it is. This is but a perfect
this
time,
is not
Randall.
the way yet. There's nothing that you can do. Randall is going to use his movement to run over. And also uses action as a dash action to get another 120 feet of movement.
Right.
He's going to run through or over the enemies there. Use the gauntlets of strength that he's wearing, so he's mega ripped. Grab Nurali, and then run up the wall. Just get you away from this.
Gotta go fast.
Oh shit.
Love that. I imagine she's also really light anyway because she's already got the wings out. So like, but like the strength is probably still good. But that's funny.
That's some
You're real
Spider-Man
Spider-Man.
shit.
It is.
Right. So how much movement do you have in total from here? 120.
I have 120 feet from here, and it's 30 to get to Nurali.
Okay.
And
so
then another 15 to get to the wall.
I'm seeing.
So
yeah. Okay. 30
45.
to here.
So that's 45 to get to the wall.
Can I say something when Randall comes and snatches me up?
Sure.
Very weakly. The light.
Okay, so that's 45, and then you want to just dash out. So 120 feet will take you so far.
Oh no! I vertical.
Oh, you want to go vertical?
Yeah.
Yeah, up the wall.
Okay,
off the ground, away
let's
from
say
danger.
Let's say it's about 20 feet up.
Toward the moon.
Toward the moon. Okay, so you want to go up another 20 feet. So let's say that's 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm just using this as a counter. Then what do you want to do? You got more space to move. So let's say it's 20 feet up to the ceiling. You could run along the ceiling now.
So I think now maybe start moving back towards the door, but up high, so it's just like out of the way.
I mean, as far as I'm aware, I think you could probably make it to.
I don't want to go back into. I don't want to go back into that room because I know there's something really horrible in there.
All right. Okay.
And I figure that Nurali can maybe sort something out away from death.
Okay. So what do you want to do? Though she loses one single more strength point, you know who can't lose strength points? The person with the gauntlets attuned to give him a guaranteed.
I did wonder how that would work. I assume that might be the case.
Where do you want to end up then? On the ceiling with Nurali?
Just like in this corner.
Okay, all right. So that is precisely where you end up then. You end up on the roof over here with Nurali in your arms. Force movement is usually half speed. Oh yes, he is carrying someone, but he's also hench as fuck. I'm going to allow it for rule of cool. Literally, what your strength is? What 21?
Yeah, 21. Oh.
21 strength. So considering the factors here, rule of cool is 1. 21 strength. She is little and currently has her wings out to assist her with. So I'm gonna, she's got a couple of flaps in her as she's going. I think you're okay.
Also around 180 feet.
Yeah.
At full speed.
Also, did you see that? I just
There's no,
so
slowing
bad.
there's no slowing this train down.
There's no slowing this train down.
There's
Randall
little
train.
mailbags that goes by the side of a train track. It's like, boing, on the way past.
Okay, well, we'll get to the end of this turn and then we'll call it quits for this evening as Randall speed runs
God.
throughout here. Imperino Pepperoni manages to writhe its way out of the moonbeam throughout over here, only to stun itself again as it finishes its turn in the moonbeam that's being directed at it in this angle. Directly in front of you guys, but you're just out of reach. Okay. Milky Tea, or Milek Tea, is going to... Do they have any ranged attacks? No, not really. So I guess they're just going to be upset. As they come over here.
I was hoping I had no range attacks.
Well, we'll end our session there because we've got some commitments, or some of us have commitments after this game, so we've got to call it at the proper time. Thanks very much for joining us, everybody, and thanks very much for playing, you guys. What a lore bomb drop episode, and we're leaving it on the cliffhanger.
And
Of
we might all
Nerly
die.
has literally one strength. If she loses one more strength, she is dead.
True
Also,
death.
if Nerly dies, the rest of us are going to die because Nerly is the only one who can heal anyone.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have to fight this. We can just leave. Just keep
I
running.
don't doubt.
Randall can just run forever. Aura can fly and nugget. I can fly with my
Oh, okay.
boots, albeit slowly. Let's just leave.
And
Go
Earl
back
can
to the
just
mansion.
fly.
Live the rest of our lives in peace.
And until we get erased because we're related to Caspian. and
We won't know it's happened though, so we'll be fine.
We don't know
Shit,
if
that's
Haiku or Oro are related yet, though.
Oh.
Or if
We
there's
haven't worked out where they
enough,
fit into the
yeah.
tree.
Yeah, if
Not
they're
everyone, not everyone needs to be related. Not everyone needs to be related.
Deck of many
I don't
things
mean
belongs
related,
to
like-
Caspian.
patronage, I meant related, like, interactions were
Story-wise.
significant enough for
yeah.
them to get
Mhm,
deleted
mhm.
too, because they're part of Caspian's story, kind of thing.
Sure. Well, I actually hadn't considered that being an Oro run, but now
could be,
you say you
right?
run like this, it actually totally could be. You could be running like this.
Like a little toddler who's
I
just
love it.
learnt to walk.
That is cute.
The best part about it is that if she runs like that, it's like the most capable toddler run, like at full speed, really
Full
smooth
speed.
looking, like cool flips and stuff.
All right, team.
Yeah.
Call it quits there.
Should we be here next week? Everyone available? Okay.
Fingers crossed.
Should be.
Oh, it's daylight savings time next Sunday,
Oh.
apparently. So,
Yeah.
I will probably be checking in a million times to make sure that I haven't somehow forgotten.
Yeah.
Apologies in advance. Good thing y'all are ahead of me in time zone, so instead of getting messages at like 2:00 in the morning, you're getting them in like the afternoon. It's this time for you right now, right? Right?
Definitely running with their earphones in and bopping to music as she murders everyone in their past.
Oh
I
my
love
God.
the idea of having those moments of like Star-Lord Marvel films where the headphones are in, just like kicking things around and stuff. It's just Oro with daggers.
All right. Okay, well, tune in next week. Maybe that's what Oro will be doing. Or we'll all just run away. Who knows? Which will happen.
Really? Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows indeed.
Still never found a diamond. Before we came to this dragon fight, we should have gone and gotten a diamond.
Shoot.
You're
Alright.
the only one who can use the diamond.
I know.
This is a good
well,
point.
amongst us, but you could also. don't
Hey, I
know,
keep
have-
saying, let's not keep accepting every quest we have. We could just go off to the shops one day. Maybe, instead.
Join us next week where we all run off and go to the shops. We'll go to the big Tesco. The big Tesco down the road should have a
Big
diamond
Tesco,
in
Yeah,
it.
the big
Yeah.
They got some diamonds.
You know what's really great is just really quick before we go. Last level, I thought long and hard about switching out one of my spells for greater restoration, and I did not.
Oh no.
And that would have been really clutch right now.
Oh, jeez.
If I had limited the strength steal to once per turn, you would have died in round 1.
Yeah.
Tesco value.
If you hadn't done that, I probably, instead of mirror imaging, I would have misty stepped just out of the building. Like, there's a skylight. Cool. I'm outside now.
Yeah, bye-bye. All right. Cool.
All right. See you next week, everyone. We might freeze whilst we go to the next frame, so if we could all do a pose just so we're free. Bye, everyone. Okay, there we go. We're transitioning to the end screen. You're frozen. We're transitioning. Okay, bye.
Bye. That's so funny.